I'm there to make it known. Me not go in a Babylon boot. Me not go in a Babylon shirt, you heard. Me not go use a Babylon phone. And definitely not go in a Babylon cologne. I there, you there, we there, oh there. Alright.
Say it again, take heart, don't quit. I say it again, take heart, don't quit. Trust in the Lord. Trust Him. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? I never have no fear. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? In the time of trouble, you're my security. In the time of trouble, you're my quiet place. In the time of trouble, perfect getaway. Whom shall I fear? Wait on the Lord, and He will guide you. Wait on the Lord, and He will guide you. Wait on the Lord, He will guide you. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? Oh, whom shall I fear? The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussion. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it.
Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356.
Jamaica, this summer football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sports, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just bet tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big vibes, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years or older. Please game responsibly.
Just Bet. It is your right to know,
to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No hazard, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
We all have people we check on. With Rely On from Hawkeye, they can check on you too. Get alerts from your loved ones, share your location, and connect instantly to Hawkeye's 24-hour emergency response service. Whether you're at home, working late, or on the road, help is always within reach with voice-activated panic alerts. Call 926-HAWK or visit us online today. Rely on Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Omega Radio now presents our 2026 FIFA World Cup show, sponsored by Access to Information, Right to Know, Power to Change, and Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Good afternoon, listeners, and welcome to another day of World Cup coverage here on Omega Radio Sports. There was a break yesterday, there was a break on Sunday because the competition is drawing closer and closer to the end. We will, in a couple of days, but more than a couple, know who the World Cup champions are for 2026. Today's semi-final one, and that's Spain versus France, last World Cup beaten finalist. They're in the mix again for sure. If they make it to the final again, the French national team will be one of the few teams to get to 3 straight World Cup final. That's what they're trying to achieve. It would be some achievement, and they have been producing the good in terms of quality players. And actually, this team is a really good team. It's probably the deepest team in terms of attack forward line in the history of the World Cup. Or let's not say the history of the World Cup, in very modern time. Because I'm sure people, the Pele people and the Brazilian people them will go back and say, listen, we were deep. And I never said the best listeners. Because I think the 2002 Brazil team, in terms of the first 11 attack, is better. So you had Ronaldo, you had Ronaldinho, and you had Rivaldo. I think those combined, you look at the talent and what they could do are better. But I'm talking about quality in depth on this French team. But I think the 2018 team overall was a better team. And then obviously last team was also a very good team. So they have produced some wonderful teams over the last 3 tournaments. And so when the analysis is when individuals are being praised and compared to others, I hope the people be intelligent and put that into the context as well when you're looking at how each individuals are performing over the last 3 tournaments. We are now joined by a preacher to help us to look through. Good afternoon to you, preacher.
Hi, Zidane. Afternoon to the listeners of Omega Radio.
Big day in World Cup football. It's Spain versus France. But before we get there, I want you to help us in terms of, well, not help us, to tell us, was this your thought at the start of the tournament when you saw the bracket? Were these the 2 teams you think would have been here today?
Well, no, I expected France and Spain to feature at least at the semi-final level. They were the top 2 teams coming into the World Cup in my view. So I'm not surprised that they're there. The fact that they're facing each other in the semi-finals would perhaps be a precursor to a final. This would have made a perfect World Cup final, for some people. But I'm not surprised that they're there. And the way FIFA would have structured the seeded teams, if they won their groups, then they would avoid each other until this stage of the tournament, semi-finals. So that played itself out. So I think, it's no surprise.
All right, let's look at the French progression. So the first game, the French team defeated Senegal by 3-1. Then they beat Iraq comfortably by 3-0. Norway 4-1, a weakened Norway team, considerably weakened Norway team. Then they went to the round of 32 and they faced off with Sweden, one of the worst defense in the competition, and they beat them 3-0. Paraguay came for karate. France beat them 1-0 nonetheless. A very good Morocco team now, and the French were pretty much they
Senegal, at least in the first half of that game, we saw some vulnerabilities defensively. We saw Senegal being able to get behind the French defense, penetration on the flanks. Senegal perhaps should have ended that half beat up by 2 goals based on the chances created on both sides. But then France fixed things in the dressing room, came out in the second half, and they were able to get 3 goals and conceded a consolation one today. Well, it was 2-0 and then 2-1 and then Mbappe with a brilliant strike. So the French team, since that game, have really been looking like, the class of the World Cup. They haven't been threatened much. Norwegian team, as you said, would have rested most of their starters for that final game of the group. And then when they came up against Morocco, the fact that Morocco's striker and their outlet, their threat down the flanks, threat in between the lines was out with injuries. It affected Morocco's strategy, style of play going into that game. So we didn't see the kind of Moroccan team that we would expect that we saw earlier in the tournament with their free-flowing football, their attacking football. And so France would have benefited from that. But I think by and large, France has really looked good. The front four have been combining very well. They're sharing the goals, sharing the assists. They're really a force to be reckoned with. I think where the vulnerability lies, and I've been saying it consistently, is in the wing backs. Dinghe on one side, the other side as well. They go forward a lot, and I think against Spain today, we'll be looking at how Yamal applies himself going down that French left against Dinghe. I think France will have to double on Yamal. They haven't had to do it against anybody else, and so it will be interesting to see how they go about doing that. I think they haven't played against a team who wants to possess the football as much or will possess the football as much as Spain, and so that again is something to look at in terms of France's rhythm, their offensive rhythm, how they will play. I think they will definitely be up for the transition game. That's how they are built. That's how Deschamps built this team to play in transition, both offensively and defensively. So it's going to be interesting to see how they treat with winning the ball and attacking the Spanish team quickly using the pace of Mbappe and others. So I think they're going to be looking to strike early in this game, because the longer the game plays without France being up or on the ascendancy, the more it plays into Spain's kind of game. Spain is a death by 1,000 cuts. You know what I mean? They're going to slowly knock the ball around, get you out of position, and then they come with the killer goal or two. So that's going to be an interesting matchup to watch.
Mm-hmm. All right, Spain in their first encounter in the World Cup, they drew 0-0 with Cabo Verde, sending shock waves right across the globe. They were one of the 2 favorites to win the entire tournament. And we know about the small nature of that country, first-time qualifiers and all of that, smallest nation to ever qualify for the World Cup. Then they moved on to dispatch of Saudi Arabia quite comfortably 4-0. They beat 10 men Uruguay 1-0. Then it was the round of 32 and they destroyed Austria pretty comfortably. Then defeated Portugal, sending Ronaldo home. And then it was Belgium conceding their first goal in that one, but eventually prevailed in the end. Looks pretty comfortable overall, except for the Cabo Verde game. But when eventually we saw Cabo Verde consistently throughout the tournament, it may not have been as bad as a result as we were making it out to be, Preacher. But your thoughts on this run leading up to the semi-final by Spain?
Yeah, well, a lot of lessons can be taken from the Cabo Verde game, because I think Cabo Verde, the way they structure themselves defensively, proves difficult for teams like Spain, and we saw again Argentina, who like to possess the football and who like to pass the ball around and who play a lot through the midfield. The thing about Spain coming into the tournament is they came in without a number of key players being at the peak of their powers. So we know Yamal was not very fit, Olmo not very fit. We know Nico Williams was dealing with injuries coming into the tournament. He has only played in one game so far. In the Belgian game, he came on in that game. So they were dealing with some injuries. But I think when you watch them throughout the tournament, you're seeing them making good progress. They're rounding into form, especially the play of the midfielders, Rodri, Pedri, and whoever else they bring in. Into that midfield, the midfield is clicking. And when the Spain midfield is clicking, everything else seems to be working well. The defensive pair at the back, Laporte and the other young centre half who's beside him, they have looked, at ease in dealing with what they have had to deal with in the teams that they have played. Where I think they are vulnerable is dealing with physical, aerially good number 9s. And we saw that in the Belgian game, Belgium was able to get some crosses in, and it created some problems for the Spanish team. France doesn't play that way. France doesn't have a number 9 who is a point number 9, who's going to finish off squares, headers, and so on. And I think the Spanish team will be happy to not have to deal with that, although they'll have to deal with the pace and creativity of the front four for France. But I think Spain is right where they are now, is where they would want to be, in terms of players coming back, players coming into form, and having perhaps their best 11 now available to them going into this France game.
Mm-hmm. All right, hold on, Preacher. We have a break. We take our first break on the World Cup show. We come back for more.
Jamaica, this summer football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sports, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park, on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just that tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big vibes, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years or older. Please game responsibly. Just Bet.
With Rely On from Hawkeye, you're never alone. Alert your loved ones, share your location, and connect instantly with our 24/7 monitoring center. Whether you're at home, working late, or on the road, help is always within reach with voice-activated panic alerts. Call 926-HAWK or visit us online today. Rely on Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
You're listening to Omega Radio's 2026 FIFA World Cup show, sponsored by Access to Information, Right to Know, Power to Change, and Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Alrighty then, thank you very much, and welcome back to our World Cup show here on Omega Radio Sports. And we are with Preacher. We're discussing the semi-final matchup between Spain and the favorite, France. They are indeed the favorites, and because one person's opinion does make them not the favorite, because it was me alone, they wouldn't be the favorites this afternoon, but Preacher and others think they are the favorite, right, Preacher?
I don't have any reason to believe otherwise, but favorites do always win.
All right, let's talk about, it appears that Barcola will return to the starting lineup here for the French national team. You agree? Duhui came out in the Paraguay game and did well. He started their previous game, now he's back on the bench. Your thoughts on that adjustment from Didier Deschamps?
Yeah, well, I mean, Barcola has completed the most successful dribbles for this French team in the tournament. I think Deschamps is moving to put him in because he wants to ensure that he has that player who can definitely spread the Spanish defense. He adds that additional quality. Dewey does have similar qualities, but I think Barcola has shown that when he's on the pitch, he's a constant threat to other teams. So I don't mind this inclusion. I mean, whether Dewey or Barcola, the front four for France is just going to be a problem. What is interesting is to see Barcola's role defensively, because he will be slotted in on the French left for the most part, helping in the attack. Now, what happens when France is without the ball and Spain is trying to advance the ball and to get Yamal isolated with Digne on the French left? So I'm more interested in Barcola's defensive role and how that will play out. Rabia and Tchouaméni, the two central midfielders there, and whether he will slot into the middle and allow for Rabiot perhaps to add that support on the left, or Tchouaméni, while Barcola picks up other players more central. It's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic works. But Barcola's inclusion is, I don't think you lose anything. You probably gain more by starting him, but you don't lose anything.
All right, so in the European Championship game last year, with Spain knocking out France and going on to win the tournament, Mbappe got into quite a number of good position situations that he's usually more prolific, for example, at the World Cup. So he was a bit off, and World Cup Mbappe is a little bit different from Euro Mbappe or Champions League Mbappe. So, Preacher, what does the Spain national team do to slow down Mbappe? Goals win matches and he just gets you goals. How will they operate now in terms of trying to nullify Mbappe's threat somewhat?
Well, you have to upset or disrupt the rhythm of France. France likes to have the football. Spain is not going to allow them to have it as much as they like. So that's the first thing. You want to really disrupt their flow, force them to defend for long intervals while you continue to build momentum through your possession. Defend compactly. I think in terms of the way Spain defends, we know that the two centre halves, Kubiarsi and Laporte, have been good, generally speaking, throughout the competition. But it's going to have to be a collective defensive effort because of the pace that Mbappe possesses. So Porro, Cucurella on the flanks, they will have to contend with that pace. But Fabian Ruiz and Olmo, Pedri and Baena coming back to defend, and Yamal as well coming back to defend to kind of close up those spaces that Mbappe would want to manipulate and capitalize on. That's going to be critical for Spain. But I think Spain's number one defensive tactic throughout the tournament has just been to outpossess people and to pass you to death, to knock the ball around you and force your attacking players to come deep to defend. So when you even win the ball off them, it takes some time for you to get in transition while they go through their defensive rest phase, which is resetting themselves defensively, so that by the time you get to their attacking third, they would have already structured themselves to avoid you capitalizing on winning the ball from them. That's how the Spanish team has been playing this tournament. I don't expect anything different.
All right, one of the concerns from my standpoint, because there are concern elsewhere that when the French pick the Spanish team off, then they could hurt them on the counter-attack. Usually, I don't think Spain they're excellent at closing back down the space and getting numbers, but I don't think they're a bad team in terms of transition to get back in their shape. They're very good at it, and I think that is exactly why. Because usually great offensive team who plays high and they don't defend well, even when they're facing lesser teams, they still concede. As you can see, They only conceded one goal, and it wasn't from a counter-attack. So I wouldn't be concerned from a counter-attacking standpoint with this Spanish team. It's just a matter if can they create enough opportunities against this French team to get on the score sheet. So Lamine Yamal was absolutely brilliant in that European Championship semi-final. He's 2 years on. He was only 16 at that point in time. Can he rediscover that form this afternoon against the French?
Well, he has to have a good game for Spain to win it. I think he has to be a constant threat for them on the right on the attacking right side for Spain. But I think him coming into some central areas as well and creating that element of surprise is something that would also be useful in this game. I think the two center halves, Upper Meccano and Saliba, they're good players, but when if they have to deal with the movement of a Yamal coming across that back four, and they have to come out of position to pick up, it might expose some vulnerabilities in that French defense. I would love to see Upper Meccano getting tested. He's very physical, likes to make contact with players. The Spanish players are more technical players. They're not rugged and physical. But if you have movement up front, interchanging up front, that forces Upper Meccano and Saliba out of their central positions, drags them wider, drags them deeper into midfield, and have runners going behind, it could be something that could earn big dividends for Spain.
All right, you mentioned testing the midfield of the French national team. Rodri, Olmo, and Ruiz are the three midfielders. Some quarters is asking for Pedri. They thought Pedri would have been better to help them to even keep the ball better. Your thoughts on the midfield, and do you agree that Pedri should have come in, or you would have gone with the same midfield as well?
Yeah, I do think Pedri adds that other element of technical ability to move the ball, possess the ball, operate in tight spaces. But I guess it's going to be difficult for our coach, having introduced Ruiz in the last game, and him being on the score sheet. It would be difficult to put him on the bench, right?
Yes.
So I think he's going with what worked in the game against Belgium, and sticking to that for as long as possible to see if it works. If it's not working, he can make the adjustments. He can bring in the players off the bench who can come in and they don't skip a beat, this Spain team. You bring in certain players and it even raises the level. Bayern starts again today on the left. I'm pretty sure Nico Williams at some point will be featuring in this game. So I just think both Spain and France have a lot on the bench that they can use, and they will be using it today to help them to get to the finals.
All right, we understand that Yashima has finally joined us. Yashima, good afternoon to you. Oh, we have lost him again. All right, it appears that he has jumped on once again. Yashima?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon to you and listeners. All right, so the world thinks the French team are the favorites in this one. What will be the most important thing for Spain today to get past a team that many think are ahead of them at this point in time in the surge for this World Cup title?
Well, if there's anything that we go by in terms of looking at the strengths of teams, it would certainly be the ability and the capacity of the Spanish team to retain possession. They have to control and dominate in the middle of the park. That's where they can assert their strength in the game. That's where they are able to control and dictate proceedings. And of course, they go from there. They do have players in the attacking third that are able to create moments of genius and moments of magic. So that is not in question. It's about ensuring that you control the game, slow it down to your pace, let the French chase the ball, and then you try to stretch them as much as possible. And the French team, there will be space in behind. There will be space in around the attacking third. So it's about controlling the game and ensuring the likes of Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo, and those guys are able to get the ball in positions where they're able to create something or at least have an effort and goal.
All right. Kylian Mbappe is a different beast when it comes down to the World Cup. I asked Peter the very same question. How do you, and his impact is not only goals, by the way, how do you nullify the threat of this great player, Kylian Mbappe? Yashima?
Okay, well, again, it's about where he gets the ball. When you have player like Mbappe, we know he likes to drift in wide areas, and that's where he can use his pace and his power. And so it's all about ensuring that you, well, you try to stay far away as possible from goal, and you try not to let him stood you up as a defender, because if he stood you up, he's gonna go by you without question because of his power and his pace. So it's just about managing where he gets the ball and ensure that he doesn't have a lot of time and space. Close him down, because we know he has the capacity to shoot from distance as well. So you can't give him much time and space on the ball, and just ensure that you just keep him out as far away as possible from your goal.
Well, that sounds interesting. Force him to do more creative or midfield work than the norm. All right. Lamine Yamal was very good in that European Championship game as a 16-year-old. He had a late injury late in the season, missed the last 12 Barcelona games, didn't start in the first game here. Has he improved enough for you, Yashima, in the tournament for him to get back to what we saw 2 years ago as a 16-year-old?
One of the hallmark of where he is right now is what happened in the last game. And you saw it was because of his constant pressure, his constant running at Nuno Mendes. Why Nuno Mendes had to be taken out of the game. And we know Zidane in terms of 1v1 defending as a fullback right now. Nuno Mendes is head and shoulders above everybody else. And so it shows you that he has certainly been improving. He's a lot more sharper. And he certainly had more confidence now, given that he was carrying a knock. So coming into this game now, you expect him to be a bit more sharp, a bit more confident as well. You know, when you go up against those caliber of defenders, and you know you got the better of them, it gives you more confidence in where you are. And of course, you want to then test yourself in the next game to see how further you have improved and how sharper you have gotten.
Indeed. All right, gentlemen, we'll pause for about 15 minutes, and when we return at 1:45, we then ask you for a little bit of breakdown in terms of what will happen today and your predictions. We will be back with you at 1:45.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No hazard, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
Jamaica, this summer football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sports, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park, on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just bet tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big fives, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years or older, please. Game responsibly. Just Bet.
It's game time! Score big with Woman Things. Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win. Big goals, bigger savings. Only at Home and Things, where everybody is a winner. Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Anshore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68.5 Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory!
It's now time for Just Bet Winner's Edge, where we take a look at some of the top sporting events and betting odds on the Just Bet sports betting program and show you how to bet and win big with Just Bet. Sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game. From Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion.
All right, then, so you know it's a Tuesday afternoon, round about a little bit after 12:30, and you know what happens on the sports desk a little bit after 12:30 on a Tuesday and on a Thursday afternoon. What happens? We have the Oh, I said 2:30, 1:30, 2:30 Eastern Caribbean time. We have the legendary Jesse Blake in the house with us. He joins us right now. Jesse, how you do?
I'm well, Orville. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Nervous. You ask me what I'm do in one word.
You're nervous?
Yeah, man.
Why are you nervous now?
Because I went on record and said France will win this thing, or if them not win, the team that beats them will win.
Okay.
So, which mean have it down, say France or Spain will win the World Cup.
Well, your optimism is rightly placed because, of course, before the World Cup, Spain was favored to win this marquee showpiece. France would have definitely been within the top three of the favorites. So, either way, you're gonna look okay on this one, I think. So you don't need to fret that much.
All right, cool. How many games are we doing today?
We have one World Cup game and we have 2 games out of North America because we have to get folks ready for life without the World Cup. So we're looking at some games outside of the World Cup to, of course, be a part of the feature this week as well.
All right, you start and I'll follow, my friend.
All right, cool. Let's start off with the other semi-final coming up tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Jamaica time. England, Harry Kane and company will be taking on Leo Messi and Argentina. Reminder, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow Jamaica time. England, of course, battled their way into a 4th major semi-final since 2018. They arrive on a 4-game winning run here. Argentina showing a very sterling resilience of their own, coming through dramatic knockout ties against Cape Verde, Egypt, and Switzerland, while extending their winning run to 13 matches. 2 teams that have a lot of attacking quality. Argentina are a bit shaky. Well, both teams are a bit shaky in the defensive third of the field. This one should be quite a cracker, and I'm expecting a couple of goals for sure in this one. England, funnily enough, is favored to win come tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon Jamaica time, according to the Just Bet final result bet option. England, $2.62. Argentina, $2.90. The underdog at $2.83. A reminder, folks, the final result bet option is essentially the simple, straight-up, basic option that offers odds on each team to win and odds on the draw. We have so many different betting options apart from the final result bet option that we encourage you to take advantage of with us at JustBet, and we encourage you to also think of a $2,500 wager or more on one ticket. Why is that? The ongoing Gold Rush competition put on by the team at JustBet runs through the final of the FIFA World Cup on Sunday. Well. How do you get in that? As we said, for $2,500 or more on one ticket, use your bet ID on that ticket and upload that ID to goldrushja.com. That's goldrushja.com, and that gives you an entry into the Gold Rush competition. And of course, you can have as many entries as you wish. This is another betting option you can take advantage of. The Bet Builder option gives you the chance to put up to 6 different betting selections on one ticket. Yeah, giving you the greatest power to place the exact type of bet that you want with us at JustBet for tomorrow's World Cup semi-final between England and Argentina. Here are a couple of bets that you can build with the Bet Builder option. Here's one. If it is that the away team, and for betting purposes, that's Argentina, wins either half, if the away team wins the match, that's Argentina, and the away team scores over 1.5 goals. Yeah, so that's once again Argentina winning either half, Argentina winning the match, and scoring over 1.5 goals. So that means 2 goals or more. Well. A $2,500 bet would net you $9,000 in winnings. Here's another bet that you can build with a Bet Builder option, courtesy of the team at JustBet as well. If it is that the home team, and for betting purposes, that's England, if the home team wins the match, if they're over 2.5 goals, and the home team scores over 1.5 goals. So once again, the home team, for betting purposes here, England. If England wins the match, if there are over 3 total goals in the match, yes, so that's 3 or more goals, and the home team, that's England, scores 2 or more goals, at $2,500 bet pays $10,875 in winnings. Here are a couple pro tips for tomorrow's semifinals as well. For the big spenders out there, let's think about $10,000 now. Argentina winning the game and England scoring over 0.5 goals. So that's Argentina win, England score one or more. $10,000 gets you $26,660. Here's a bigger pro tip. If England wins the first half, goes on to win the match, both teams scoring in the match. Well. A $10,000 bet would net you $120,000 in winnings. Oh, this one is so hard to call for me. I mean, there's so much quality in both teams here. So much quality. The three Lions of England to beat Argentina tomorrow by 2 goals, or make it 3 goals to 2. Yes, 3 goals to 2. That's what I'm taking. I'm taking England to win the match. If there are over 2.5 goals in the match, so that's 3 or more goals. We call 3-2. I call 3-2 at least. And the home team scores over 1.5. So that will be England scoring 2 goals or more, and I pick 3. The second bet that we built would hit for me $10,875 in winnings, so that's $2,500 bet. I'm taking England to win tomorrow. $2.62 straight up.
But I don't know. I'm willing to go along with you. For one, I believe that there will be some goals in this one. I believe that Argentina may very well have come to the end of the road in terms of squeaking out some results. And I think England will get the better. Argentina will still be good enough for 1 or 2 goals. But I think England will definitely outscore them tomorrow. So for me, that 3-2 doesn't sound bad at all. So I'm going with England in a goal fest to beat Argentina by 3 goals to 2.
Yes, sir. That means, of course, you are in line to take advantage of the second bet that we just built, $10,875 in winnings. That's $2,500 bet. The 3 Lions of England, $2.62 straight up.
What are the other 2 that you have?
All right. We did say that we have to, we have to face the fact that the World Cup ends on Sunday. The betting opportunities and the winning opportunities, though, continue throughout the entire summer with us at Just Bet. We have so many different competitions, not only football. We have cricket, we have golf, we have tennis, we have so many other sports. And, of course, later in the summer, we do have some big events that we're going to be telling you about as well. Well, let's look at a couple of competitions that will head closer to center stage once the World Cup is over. In North America, a lot of football being played at the moment. For example, the United Soccer League is taking place, and tomorrow, that's Wednesday, 6 o'clock in the evening, Jamaica time, will be Miami FC welcoming Indy 11. Now, not Inter Miami MLS, we're talking Miami FC versus Indy 11. This match, in the United Soccer League, essentially it's the second tier of the American soccer pyramid, right? Right below MLS would be like the English Premier League in England, all right? So this is the championship division then. If you were in England, the United Soccer League is in the United States. Now, in this competition, Indy 11 currently sits 5th in the Group A section on 21 points, taking on Miami FC team looking up at Indy 11. They are in 8th, are Miami FC on 18 points. Well, let's head to the Just Bet final result bet option. The betting is always good, no matter which football competition we carry at Just Bet. Here we go. Indy 11 in 5th place right now in Group A of the United Soccer League is the favored team at $2.25. Miami FC, they are at home and are the underdog at $2.75 to draw $3.20. All of the betting options for the World Cup are available with all of our football events. So that means the combo betting option that we've been showcasing all summer thus far, also available for this United Soccer League clash tomorrow evening. So here we go. Combo bets include for this one If it is the home team, that's Miami FC winning the first half, they go on to win the match. A $2,500 bet pays $10,625 in winnings. Here is another combo bet. The first half ends in a draw, and the away team wins the game. So the first half ends in a draw, but in the 11 wins the game. A $2,500 bet is $13,750 in winnings. I go with the favorite here. Albeit on the road, but Miami FC really need to get into that playoff push. I'm going in the 11 here. The away team winning the match, the first half ending in a draw, taking in the 11 to win by a goal to nil. A $2,500 bet is $13,750 in winnings. I'm taking the favorite here in the 11, $2.25 straight up.
Miami for me, a goal in each half. 2-0.
Oh, all right, cool. You're taking one goal in each half.
Yes.
All right, cool. So that's another combo bet, definitely. The home team wins the first half, and the home team wins the entire game. So you can also take the home team to score in either half as well. If that happens, for example, Miami FC winning both halves, $2,500 bet. Let's type that in quickly here. $11,125 in winnings, and you're taking Miami FC, the underdog, $2.75 straight up.
All right, you say you have one more. Let us hear what that one is.
All right, good. Major League Soccer, yeah, man. Premier League type football in the United States. It's the top tier of the American soccer pyramid. Two teams out of Canada, funnily, doing battle this Thursday at 6:30 in the evening Jamaica time. Montreal will be hosting Toronto FC. This one should be quite interesting. This is it's the El Clasico of Canada. In a manner of speaking, these two Canadian soccer teams here. So you can call it the El Clasico of Canada. And there are two players for Toronto FC that were in World Cup action that will be coming back to help Toronto FC in their playoff push. But it is Montreal at home and is the favored team handily, according to the Just Bet final result bet option, at $1.48. Toronto FC to win, $3.80. The draw, $3.75. Correct score betting available for all of our football competitions that we carry at Just Bet for this game. Thursday, 6:30, Montreal hosting Toronto FC. Here we go. Correct score bets included it is Montreal 2-0 at full time. A $2,500 bet pays $25,000 in winnings. Montreal 3-1 at full time, $32,500 there with a $2,500 bet. Montreal 3-0, $40,000 with a $2,500 wager. Toronto FC 2-1, $27,500 there with a $2,500 bet. Toronto 1-love, $30,000 with a $2,500 wager. If Toronto FC pulls off the upset 2-0 at $2,500 bet, pays $50,000 in winnings. Well, I really think you're looking at a different team here with Toronto FC. I'm taking them to win this one in a close one, 2-1. $27,500 on a whole, at $2,500 bet. Toronto FC with the upset, $3.80 straight up.
Can't decide, so I'll sit on the fence. 1-all draw for me, Sir Jesse.
1-all draw. All right.
Yeah.
1-all draw in this game. All right. $7,075 in winnings with a $2,500 bet.
All right. Take us to the break as always.
Absolutely. As we got you ready for life without the World Cup, we do still have some business to take care of in the World Cup. Do remember, bets still available. Number of outright bets on who will win the World Cup. France is favored to win now, $2.50. Spain, second favorite, $4. England, $4.50. Argentina, the least favored, the outsider at $5.50. Who will be the top goal scorer? Will it be Kylian Mbappe of France, $1.83? Leo Messi, Argentina, $2.60. Harry Kane at $11. Jude Bellingham of England as well at $21. Or can Ousmane Dembele come through at $51? You'll have a lot of scoring to do to make that happen. Who will make the final of the World Cup? Will be England and France at $2.80. Argentina and France, $3.25. England and Spain, $4. Argentina and Spain, $4.50. Winner and top goal scorer, you can bet on that as well. Winner and top in assist, top goal scorer and top in assists, which team or which continent will the winning team come from? Will it be Europe at $1.16? We'll have 3 European teams. Or will it be the lone South America team at $5? The golden ball, who will that go to? The most valuable player of the World Cup. Kylian Mbappe, the favorite, $2.50. Leo Messi, $3. Jude Bellingham, $5. Harry Kane, $9. Michael Olise of France, $19. Who will be the top goalkeeper for the World Cup? They can pick that as well. Who will be top in assists? And so many more other bets that you can place. A number of outright bets for the World Cup competition, in addition to the games for the semifinals and the finals. Do remember, justbetja.com, when you log on now, and you can bet live on all of the remaining World Cup matches. You can also take advantage of the boosted odds that are available with the Bet Builder option. We'll put a little tips on the money, when you visit online and take advantage of the boosted odds. For all of your favorite sports and more, make it justbetja.com, supremegames.com, the Supreme Ventures Gaming app. Pop into one of our over 100 Just Bet locations island-wide. Get in the game and win big with us at Just Bet. Well, Orville, to you, your team, and the listeners, stay safe, enjoy the games, have a wonderful afternoon. All the best for the semi-final, my friend, and catch you on Thursday. Take care.
All right, Sir Jesse, and with that, we take a break. The football discussion will continue up until 2 o'clock, and then we'll have the callers.
That was the Just Bet Winner's Edge, sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jn. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Jamaica, this summer football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sports, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just bet tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big vibes, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years or older. Please game responsibly. Just Bet.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No hazard, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
You're listening to Omega Radio's 2026 FIFA World Cup show, sponsored by Access to Information, Right to Know, Power to Change, and Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Alrighty then, thank you very much and welcome back to our World Cup coverage here on Omega Radio Sports in terms of analysis and breakdown of what we have seen and look ahead. And we're looking ahead to the semi-final, Spain versus France. Two of the top teams in terms of thoughts from the general football world as to who they thought would have won the tournament before it began. And they are here and both are facing off against each other. Up until a match ago, France was the highest scoring team in the tournament. Argentina surpassed them since. And the best defense in the tournament, Spain, that's what we are seeing. One formidable, very formidable in attack. One very strong defensively. We are joined once again by Preacher and Yashima. Now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. We'll start with you, Preacher. What will happen in this game? And tell us how will it happen for whichever team you're leaning towards. Don't give me the prediction, but you can lean. We'll start right there. Preacher?
I think France will start out with a lot of energy. They will be trying to push Spain on the back foot early, get an early goal. But I think that the Spanish team will get into their own and control the tempo of the game. They will exert themselves on the ball, maintain a lot of possession, and I think that will definitely influence the outcome of the game. The tempo that is controlled, who controls the tempo wins this game. And I think Spain will get into the ascendancy in terms of managing that initial burst of energy, perhaps from France, and then calm the game down, bring it to a tempo that they want to play at, and then of course I think that will lead to the outcome.
Yashima, Mr. Love, Mike is muted.
Yes, Zidane.
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying that I think Preacher is right in terms of France will definitely be looking to have a fast start. They will looking to try to use their pace, their power to catch the Spanish team. Maybe not as sharp as they should be. But as the game go on, you expect the Spanish to control possession, dominate the ball a lot more, and then get into their own. But I want to bring something to the fore, and is that if there is a goal today, the first goal is extremely important. That's because in the last 5 World Cups and the semi-final games, the team that scores first, out of those 10 games, they went on to win the game. Only one game, and that was Croatia versus England, where England scored first and Croatia came back to win. The other one was a 0-0 draw, went to penalties. Argentina won on penalties against the Netherlands. So the first goal is extremely important today. And anything that gets it first, it's going to really put them in the driver's seat. And it could really determine, before the game as well. But if it goes to Spain, then we might see something different from the French, because neither team has really gone behind before in the tournament, and the French have been really flying high. Haven't really had many questions asked of them in terms of the mentality of the group and the resilience of the group. So it would be very interesting to see how they react if they go behind this a very good Spanish team, and also the best team defensively in the tournament.
Yeah, usually we see teams, they just continue to dominate and go on to win tournaments. Quality teams. Preacher, you're thinking this French team is one of those teams, or one of those difficult days will be coming, and do they have enough, if that day is today, to come through? Because you can have a difficult day, but come through it based on your quality and your character and all of that. You think that this team is just flawless pretty much and will go right through and win the tournament, or you think they might have a day and today could be that day?
That's flawless for sure. I think that there are areas of vulnerability that haven't been exploited by their previous opponents. But we saw in that game against Senegal, that opening game, that you can get behind the wing backs and you can get the back to the center halves to pull wide to help, and that can create space. This Spanish team possesses that kind of attacking intent, and they have technical players who can actually execute it. So I think the wing backs, the vulnerability in the wing back positions for the French, plays into the strength of the Spanish team's style of play. I think the front four of France is always going to create problems for people. Always going to create problems. Now, the question is whether or not Spain's players have the ability to be physical when they're without the ball, disrupt France's rhythm without the ball. That may be the area of weakness that France will exploit. I don't think Spain plays that kind of football, physical, disruptive, aggressive football. You may need some of that today against this French team. Kind of slow play, disrupt them. Outside of you just out-possessing them and, outplaying them. You could outplay them in terms of possession and passing and all of that. But they are so good that they can catch you on transition play and score on you. They don't need a lot of possession to necessarily score on you. So I think it's really going to come down to whether or not the big players for Spain turn up and do their job, because we know that the big players for France have been turning up and doing their job. And today, the hope is that, I guess for Spanish fans, the hope is that Mbappe and company are not playing their best game today.
Mm-hmm. All right, Yashima, I'm just going to ask you, tell us what your thoughts are in terms of what you think tactically will be done today, who will come out on top.
Well, I think tactically, we know exactly what we're going to get from France. They really stuck to their gun, the front four, using their attacking press to overwhelm the opposition. And of course, if they're pinned down, they have the quality in terms of to pick apart in behind with the pace and lightning speed with which they break to also frighten the position, so they can hurt you in different ways. So that won't change. But I think what's going to happen really and truly is just France will start very, 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 very quickly, hoping they can get on the score sheet. If they don't, Spain will, work their way into the game by possessing the ball and just keeping it, wearing them down, and then hopefully the likes of Lamine Yamal and Alex Baena and Nico Williams will certainly get some minutes today. Hopefully, well, Spain will be hoping that those guys can do the magic if and when they get the chance.
Who will win?
Well, I had Spain as my favorites coming in, so I'm going to stick with Spain.
You're going to stick with Spain. Preacher? Or you see it going?
Yeah, well, I already told you yesterday. I think Spain gets this one by 2-1. It will be an exciting encounter, but I just think Spain has had to measure this French team, not the exact same individuals, but the nucleus is still there, and I think Spain will get the better game today.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's a quality. Who you think will be? Let me ask you both one more question. Who you think will be? There's always that sort of major difference maker, whether it's a defender who shuts down somebody, make it tough as the game of his life, or an attacking player who's just unplayable on the day, or a midfielder who just controls everything and dictates everything and owns the park. Who you looking at, Yashima, as that player that will make the major difference? When it's a team sport and everybody will have to come together collectively to get a job, who you think will stand out the most that we can remember and say, this guy was the biggest difference maker on the day for you? Yashima, you take that one first. Yashima? Not so sure what is happening to Yashima. Maybe he has muted his mic. Yashima? All right, not here. All right, that is Preacher. You want to take that one quickly?
Yeah, quickly. Well, for Spain, I think the linchpin is going to be their midfield maestro. Rodri. Everything in terms of the tempo of the game, them being able to defend in transition, is going to come down to his organization, his leadership in the middle of the park. We know Lamar has to be special too, but Rodri, if Rodri is having a great game, that could look very good for Spain. Yeah.
All right, we leave it there. Let's see. We watch the first half and we'll come back at halftime to analyze it. We take a break. When we come back, it's music, and then we're expecting to hear from our callers.
Omega Radio's 2026 FIFA World Cup show was sponsored by Access to Information, Right to Know, Power to Change, and Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services including motor, property, liability, accident, life and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5 or shop number 3 James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, I must admit that I'm a little nervous as the game is kicking off between France and Spain. But all that is to be discussed a little bit later on when hopefully, if you're not stuck in front of a TV somewhere, you'll be able to participate in our show. The number is 615-2841, but you know it's a little bit after 2 o'clock. And you know what happens every time that time comes around. It's music time. And we'll take the first music, and then we'll come back to your call. 615-2841. All right, and the song that we'll be playing for you, remember, right after the song, you can call in and make your contribution. It's Alain, and it's called Boss in a God.
When you send me out, when you send me out, boss in a God. When you send me out, boss in a God, oh, boss in a God, oh, boss in a God, oh. Set me free from my jailer, set me free from my pain. Set me free from all of the hurt, all of the shame. You're the giver of salvation. You're the giver of light. You are the truth, the resurrection, and the life. So when you send me, me a boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord, the boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord. God alone, I'm a shield, I'm a king. Me a boss about it. Me a boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord, the boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord. God alone, I'm a source, everything. Me a boss about it. Yeah, me a boss in a God, but not about material things. Cause everything on earth will fade away. I sing and keep my hallelujah and my praise rising to He who is everlasting. Yeah, me a boss in a God. Yeah, I'm proud with it. Nah, keep no secret, stand up in a crowd with it. All the glory, all the honor, yeah, Him get it. All the blessing them in my life, yeah, Him set it. The reason I'm a winner's cause the Savior's by my side. I thank God I am forgiven, I've been saved and sanctified. Through the tests and through the trials, all the times I could have died. I will brag, I will show off because of you, God. So when you send me, me a boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord, the boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord. God alone, I'm a shield, I'm a king. Me a boss about it. Me a boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord, the boss in the Lord, boss in the Lord. God alone, I'm a source, everything. Me a boss about it. So when you see me, me a boss in a God. Protect me from my enemy, boss in a God. I got alone, I carry me, boss in a God, boss in a God, boss in a God. So when you see me, boss in a God. Protect me from my enemy, boss in a God. I got alone, I carry me, boss in a God, boss in a God. So when you see me, boss in a Lord, boss in a Lord, the boss in a Lord, boss in a Lord. God alone, I'm a shield, I'm a king. I'm a boss about him, me a boss in a Lord, boss in a Lord, the boss in a Lord, boss in a Lord. God alone, I'm a everything, so me a boss about him. Yeah, I'm a boss it. Yeah, I'm a boss it. Fi me God alone get the trophy. Yeah, I'm a boss it. Hey. Yeah, I'm a boss it. Watch how my boss it. Fi me God alone get the trophy. I feel me blessing on the boss it.
Yeah, Boss in a God by Alain is our first selection here on the show. And the time is now for you to call in and make your contribution. I'm a little nervous, so we need your company. 615-2841. We take the first one. Hello. Hello.
Orville, good afternoon.
1982.
Well, God.
What you do?
I 82, man. I 83, man.
No, I forgot back a little bit earlier than that.
Yeah, I'll go back. You could go back as far as the 70s if you want. No problem.
Yeah.
Hey, Abel, what do you think about this youngster? You don't think him bowl too much bad ball?
Yes, but I had told you that the fear that you were having, that them are going to damage him and thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't. He bowled reasonably well in that first game.
Yeah, but Abel.
And in that second game, though he dragged a few down, which you expect from a 19-year-old bowling back of the arm. But he never looked out of stars. Didn't embarrass himself at all.
No, what I'm saying, Abel, I talk to a lot of our batsmen too.
Yeah.
You can't expect the guy, a young boy, to learn the game in a competition. You need to have them. This youth should be somewhere bowling to control is control, to develop better control.
He will learn. He will learn.
Yeah, but no, he's not gonna learn a competition, Abel.
Then what am I gonna do in a competition? If not learning.
He need to practice.
But
why can't? Hold on. In practice, you have a thing when they call him muscle memory.
Why can't he do both? Why can't he learn at practice and also learn in game?
He's not gonna learn that now in a match station. Because listen, in order to you can't try a whole thing when you play a match. You know?
No. But we're not talking about try things. Just say you want him to spot bowl. You want him to hit a target more often.
Right.
Because he's dragging some down and him bowling some looping full tosses.
Right.
But I say why him can't learn how to do that in match conditions?
Him won't learn that in a match station.
Why not?
Too much pressure is on him there.
No, man. I not agree with you.
Yes, man. The youth. Hey, listen, man. You don't want to mash up the youth, you know.
Him not mash up to you? That first innings when him take 3 for 50 at from 10.
I am fearful that we have a pudgy day. And
Metro man, that first game, the youth first game, where you did that ball, said them are going to kill him.
He never look so bad to me, you know.
He take 3 for 50.
In fact, he surprised me because I seen boy some delivery them and I tell you.
Then that me did that tell us maybe you create a thing which me don't know why you did that. Said him I got dead and him I got kill him ball and I got mash up him confidence.
Abel. We no want them force this youth
but them force him and him do well. You not say you lose the argument, brother.
You lose this argument, man.
The man take 3 wickets in him first ODI game. Concede 50. The next game, though he went for a few, but he was bowling some magic ball as well. Nothing wrong with the thing, make the youth go and play them, man, and stop say they might pressure the youth and he might get dead. Nothing like that now.
I want you to develop a better control because you said, Abel, you know, if the youth develop better control.
Jesus. Metro, you want him to have better control, me want him to have better control. Him want him to have better control. I'm saying he can learn control in them game as well.
No.
How does playing hurt him? That may I ask you.
When you're playing in a competition, it's different from when you practice at in order to become pro.
How is playing the youngster? I said, go on, you enjoy yourself. How is that hurting him? Clearly, it not hurt him. Do you take 3 for 50 at pan debut? Just accept that he not got drop dead, man.
If he is allowed to develop,
but you just say what you say. You not answer me, actually, you know. You come for have 1 point. If he's allowed to develop, them are going to kill him.
Yes.
Then play him. He took 3 wickets. The team ranked number 2 or 3 in the world. So he was bowling against one of the very best teams in a one-day cricket.
You don't believe that them allowed to developing craft. Him would be
how are they stopping him from developing? And that may I ask you, know.
By forcing him to...
No, man, I'm saying clearly the youngster... To
make unforced errors in the game.
Metro before a run, there are 2 types of youngsters. Some who will make the occasion get to them, and some who won't. When we look on the youth yesterday, the youth is not overawed by the occasion.
No, not the occasion I talk about, you know. I'm talking about... We're not allowing the youth to develop.
All right, Metro. We're not allowing the you sound like a stuck record, my boss.
No.
Oh.
The youth, but when it comes to cricket, it's a genius that you're talking to, you know.
No, the youth clearly have ability. The fact that them play him and him get 3 wickets means that you should have done argue this, you know.
No, because me I watch him bowl and bowl too much bad ball.
But I am saying, Metro, this youth has been bowling them kind of ball all him life. He's a left arm, back of the arm spinner. It's the hardest art to master in a cricket.
Right. That is why.
So the youth will all if you're not playing for 10 years and I'm bowl every day on the nets of Sabina, his control will not be where you want it to be. Dennis Bulai, I know ask her. Dennis Bulai is the best left hand back of the hand spinner, and Dennis Bulai bowl drag downs as well. And full toss. It happens, my boy. It's a difficult art. Give Sammy some plaudits.
You can minimize it with proper practice and more practice, you know.
And I'm saying yes. When him come out of the game, you put him back in the nets, but getting in the game clearly never hurt him.
Because that is what happened to our young cricketers. You know, we force them in the league and them are going out. You can't put a man in a competition for learn. I learn it. You put him in a competition to learn. You know.
All right,
man must learn before you put him in a competition.
Well, if everybody are gonna learn before you put them in a competition, no West Indian would be playing international cricket. All of them, none of them.
1 and 2. Well, you have Mikey Wolin like.
Lord, you're gone back in 1976. I'm saying the current crop batsman and bowler, them not complete. So if you're gonna wait upon them for learn before you play Test cricket, we know will I play no Test cricket or one day international at all. Django them still a learn.
All right, even all right.
Leave it there.
The spinner, the little spinners, we back up the man and punish the pitch. And boy, me I tell you, so me disappointed. That's why me tell a man, say don't watch when West Indian man they make a few runs, you know. Watch when the wicket are doing a little thing.
Yeah, man. Me tell you all the while. When the wicket flat, bad. Once the spinner them, I get it for rip, we have a problem. I could leave it there, so Metro.
All right, yeah.
R 1983. All right, so that's a very stubborn Metro. People in the youth now are dead. He'll benefit from the experience and he will learn. This is one day a game the youth never look over the youth will rip some ball, force him go and drag down a few. But, and with no semi improvement control. But I think when the coaching staff deserves some credit for busting, not blame. Anyway, we're coming back after.
Everywhere, Omega Radio.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is
2:15 Jamaica time, 3:15 Eastern Standard Time.
Family, this message comes personally from Bishop John Wayne Manning. If Omega Radio has ever prayed with you, encouraged you, or strengthened your faith, I want you to hear this. Omega Radio stays on the air because of partners like you. Right now, we're building a community of 100 monthly partners at $25, $50, or $100 a month. Your monthly seed helps us keep the signal strong and the gospel going forward every day. If this station has blessed you, this is your moment to respond. Join us today as a monthly partner.
Coming to Kingston for a few days from overseas or even locally? Then stay in the pulse of Kingston, where Kingston comes alive. Kingston, right outside your door. The Sunset Inn Hotel, 1A Ultimate Crescent, Kingston 5, Jamaica. Telephone 876-929-7283. Modern comfort, central location, honest rates for travelers.
Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
You're listening to Omega Radio. Broadcasting live. Omega Radio. Omega Radio. Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, 615-2841. Do we go back on? Yeah, hello. Hello.
Afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
What about Zidane?
Yeah, we're here. So Catalan.
Yeah, man, him same one. The brother that we talked to a while ago, I think. You know, when you sound like a while ago?
Sound like
no, man. You always hear people say the more youth have experience.
Yeah.
But yet still no one give them a chance.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's how it sounds like to me. Because I'm thinking, yeah, we know saying the whole of the youth they need improvement. One, the batsman them in the region is not all that good.
Right.
Midday I'm listening and I wonder how do you ever get experience? Because the batsman them might face they not give enough competition, see him improve. And if enough to go, they go face better batsman. What am I going to improve? Oh, I don't understand.
I don't say it hurt, my boss. I don't say
May I try what me doing it and I couldn't get it. Trust me.
I couldn't get it either.
I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it at all.
Yeah.
So that's a one. The 1 day match last week. I mean, listen, I was a bit disappointed to see the collapse round about the midway point of the season. I mean, then the West Indies win one match and then the second match going, then perform at all, and then I think it was so bad. Maybe the commentator said at one point it looked like they need to call Ailey Matthews if come help them because she scored back-to-back century recently. I mean, like, I don't think we're supposed to reach this. So.
Yeah, but we struggle when the thing a spin. We're not no new Catalan.
Not new about it, Orville.
When the pitch is flat, and I sound like a very stuck record now. We score some runs in the test matches and
on a flat pitch.
They think them flat and man Semiti get kicked out. Darren Sammy, I improve team and all of them something. And I was saying that is how we go and look when the pitch them flat. We get one yesterday now. The thing a grip and a spin. We can't make how much we make 140 or something.
Yes, 140, but
so the thing not new like big man. So this is what we get. Flat wickets, we can't look as good as anybody else. The thing a spin, we're going to struggle.
We struggle
more
yeah.
often than that. So not new.
And on top of that, the West Indies and the majority of them cannot bat spin. So the man will always put on a spinner and never turn them to them.
There you go. So to say that I'm disappointed would be to say I'm disappointed for West Indies over the last 20 years because that's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next thing I'm gonna look when I look on in the World Cup, the match with Switzerland and Brazil. With my guy the man
Switzerland played Brazil in this World Cup?
No, Brazil, Argentina. My bad. Switzerland and Argentina with Mbolo will take a dive like in their Blue Lagoon or Hillshire, one of them places. What are you think, man?
Yeah, it's against the rules. So he took a risk and it worked against it.
Yeah, and it's funny like the rule. Well, we don't like the rule, but I think the rule is there to protect the game because too much of them something are going on, man.
Yeah, but why would you be diving to gain nothing? Because diving there, he was trying to get the player sent a yellow card.
He not trying to get the player sent.
Yeah, he was trying to get the player a yellow card. So
he not trying to get because at the end of the day, and you look, you can see daylight between the player and the two players.
And he was luckily VAR is around because he was very successful in tricking the referee into.
Exactly, but I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, what if VAR wasn't around? Them could have done
Paredes get a yellow card, and then Paredes have that play in an intense game on a yellow card when he not deserve the yellow card.
Yeah, that's a one. But so, I look at it and I say it could have been even worse. It could have been at the penalty box and them give him a penalty.
Yeah, but VAR that take it back clearly.
No, but I'm saying if VAR wasn't around, then that would have been the case.
Well, that's why they make sure so them try to limit.
Yeah. You see where television is around. Me think say the diving rule. Because if me can look on it and say I dive, then me no need for running off of the field. You are trying to trick the referee, I get that, but so does every player in sports. Basketballers flop, cricketers try take catch with company bounce. Man edge the ball clear and now walk and go mark him crease like if man just broke off him edge. Yep. Players will try to gain an advantage and get the better of the referee's call. Now, if every sport was like that, when me edge the ball or me just think make the referee ref.
Well, in basketball, if you flop, there's a technical that is given to you, and the other team gets a free
miss enough man flop, and it don't call though. It's not an automatic thing. You get what I said?
Anyway, live match, 20 minutes. Spain win a penalty.
Boy, I mean, I
Lucas Digne kick Yamal while he jump to get the ball in the box.
I sit the game half and half. So Spain, them convert, huh?
I'm not sure if them converted.
No. VAR is checking a little bit, but it was a clear penalty.
A clear penalty that, man. Jump in at the area and kick the man on him side. Don't nowhere close to the ball. It's a clear penalty.
All right, we're trying to queue up our system so we can see what going on.
Yeah, man. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for today.
All right,
man.
Catalan.
All right, cool.
All right, 615-2841 or 676-6968. We go back online. Hello.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Dangerous in 5 years.
How you doing?
Good day, Dangerous.
Yeah. Orville, you good?
Very good until only you are going to misquote me now and me not go good again. I misrepresent myself.
Going into the ODI match, what was your opinion about the selection of Laws to the ODI team?
It surprised me.
Did you believe that he should not have been selected?
It surprised me. I didn't think they would select him.
Just ask a question. Did you believe that he should not have been selected to the ODI team?
I wasn't really thinking that they'd play, so I was surprised. But I know he has oodles of talent, and I never think they would take such a bold gamble. But having selected him in the squad now, one call I did call and I said, "Am I gonna mash him up?" And
No. I don't want you about them, Carl. I want you about you. Having selected him.
Having selected him, I think, and I didn't think that it would ruin his career. I mean, I said that he very well could make the selection look like a good one. There's no doubt in his talent.
The early signs of the selection, does it look like a good selection? If you just use the small sample that we have.
Yes. Him clearly have some ability, and apart from his ability, because that we always know he had, is that he didn't look flustered on the big stage.
Who selected him?
Darren Sammy.
Who?
Darren Sammy from Donga.
Oh yeah. I never did know that Sammy selected him.
What's your point?
So big move by Sammy.
I like the move.
Oh, okay, I like the move.
Yeah.
So already you agree that Sammy has made a very bold and very good move by selecting Laws. And you also said that under him the batting of this of the test team has improved.
I didn't say that. What I said is that
you'll give him that.
No, I'm saying based on what you have said, because the scores them look good on certain wickets. Because you watch the thing, I've always said, give the West Indies flat pitches, and we are, what I say, we can be thing and thing. Hold on, let me make the point, sir. Give us pitches that are seaming or spinning, and we're not going to look special at all. When you give us wickets that are seaming and bouncing, we can be all out for 20. Darren Sammy didn't help that. When we get flat pitches, we can make a bungler runs, and that we come see. So I don't know about improvement. What has happened is that we got 2 games back to back in another test series, on some flat boy. When John Campbell met the 100 and the 50 up at India, it was a very flat boy. When Justin Greaves met the double 100 up at New Zealand, it was a flat boy with a team that the main bowler was off the field. So I look at them something.
Okay, Zidane. If you have a new coach coming in, and after he has come in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys who bat in your top 7 all see an improvement in their batting average. Doesn't that tell you something that the coach has improved the batting of the team?
How many games?
Me never say 1 guy, no. Me never say 2 guys.
Yeah, man, I hear you.
Me never say 3 guys.
But I would
We're talking about guys who have played a number of games before now. But this coach coming in, he was able to improve their bowling average since he has been there.
But
he has been there, what? 10 games?
But may I tell you what, go on, big man. May I say, when we played those 3 tests...
Zidane, wouldn't that indicate strongly to you that this coach has improved the battle?
All right, you say it's 10 games. So I would love to know, like, the opponents faced over those 10 games. That would be important. So I don't like to go off the surface, and I would like to look deep.
So you think that if you have a Shea Hope who has chances that played maybe 30 test matches before now, or I can never know how many test matches
man, I understand the point.
And a new coach come in, and you see Shea Hope looking better, and you see Shea-Hope improving
Remember
his
your
batting
average. Remember your average can go way up, when you face a weak team, so you can mash up a weak team and then face a stronger team.
You think if you bat 30 times in a test cricket that a couple games can set up your batting average?
That's why we work with you and use runs per innings, do it, because the average can be skewed.
How all of a sudden you're talking about batting average?
Yeah, so the average can be skewed. So
when it suits you, you talk about batting average. Why?
Hey, yo, Zidane.
You're a runs per innings guy.
Yes.
Zidane.
So we want to know who them face, man. It's important, right, man?
The average per wicket of the team have moved from 22 to 26.
Mm-hmm.
The team scored 5 test centuries under the coach before, and I scored 9 test centuries in half the number of matches under this coach here.
Under which conditions, though, my boss? Those 3 test matches. Give me a chance to talk, my brother. We played 3 test matches against Australia out here on wickets that were not batting friendly. How did our batsmen perform?
So we have a different thing to ask now. The opening batting position, since this new coach has come in place, does the opening batting position look more assured?
I would want to.
Orville, I ask you the question.
Oh, you're not asking me. You're asking me.
No, not I ask you.
And I'm saying, I have you asked me. Hear the question. I have long said, for the last 15 years, I said this. West Indian batsmen, when them get conditions in them favor, can look as good as anyone. So I want to see what John Campbell them figures are and Brandon King them and Shea-Hope and them friend.
Remember,
not on flat boys.
Wait, remember, they would have played a series in the Caribbean where the batting condition was tough.
Which series? Which series them play when they bat? Oh, against Australia.
Against Australia.
And they didn't look. The batting never improved to me.
They agree that the batting wait, that's Spartacus. They agree that the batting condition was tough.
Yes, indeed. And the bowling conditions were
so
great.
Most of the series in New Zealand, the batting condition is tough as well. Not true?
No, in one of the
most of the series in New Zealand, the batting condition was tough.
When you said tough, I have seen
difficult. Tough means difficult.
But you asked me the question, brother. You love ask questions.
Yeah.
The batting conditions in New Zealand were not as tough as they would normally be in New Zealand. But other than I see
more normally, I said most of the games
I wouldn't say
in New Zealand wasn't the batting conditions difficult.
No, I would say no.
No,
the batting conditions
were not favorable.
No, I disagree.
In New Zealand?
I think in New Zealand the conditions.
No. Do you remember the games?
Yes, I remember very well. I don't think those were tough batting conditions. None of that. You done?
No. Still a laugh off of you.
Tough batting conditions were what we got in Australia.
Final thing. Final thing. Let me think fast struggle.
Hold the line for your final thing. Take a break. We'll come in.
Everywhere, Omega Radio.
Faith at Work Ministries International presents Word Focus.
This and every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. with Pastor Casey.
I command this thing, dry up,
and Pastor Roxanne.
Rako Sataya, Rundaimo.
Right here on Omega Radio.
Are you in need of an immigration attorney? Hinkson Immigration Law is here for you. Located at 261 North University Drive, Suite 500 in Plantation, Florida. Attorney Jamal O. Hinkson is here to assist you with all your immigration needs. He has been an attorney for over 9 years and is a proud member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association. Hinkson Immigration Law offers assistance with family-based filings, visa extension, interview preparation, deportation defense, citizenship, and more. At Hinkson Immigration Law, their clients' needs always come first. For more information, give them a call today at 786-309-7038 to schedule your consultation. Hinkson Immigration Law Firm is ready to help you with all your immigration needs. Hinkson Immigration Law is a proud sponsor of Omega Radio.
Jamaica, this summer football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sport, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just bet tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big vibes, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years or older. Please game responsibly. Just Bet.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Dwight, before you say no, you said the batting conditions in New Zealand were tough. I beg to differ.
I said more. I use the word most.
All right, but
they were not favorable.
Let me address that. So in the first test match, we draw the game. New Zealand in them second innings make 400 odd for 8 declare under these tough conditions. The West Indies.
Go again.
New Zealand in the first test in their second innings made 460 odd for 8 declared under these tough conditions for bat.
I said not favorable, boss.
West Indies in these very tough conditions in their second innings.
I said not favorable. Anyway, go on.
No, hold on. No. I'm going to tell you how challenging the point. Yes. You're not fit to make the point. I will.
Yeah, man.
So West Indies batting in their fourth innings under these tough conditions made 450 odd for 6. West Indies be attacking.
Correct. So that's game 1. Tell us about game 2 and 3.
So let me go to game 3 because game 2 me think.
No. Why we can't?
Because I agree.
Game 2 was stuff. Okay.
No.
So game 2.
Hold on.
Game 2 was stuff. You agree that game 2 was stuff.
Hold on.
Let's go to game 3. You agree that game 2 was stuff.
You're going to make me talk. So I'll come back to game 2. So game.
Orville. You know, so me have a question for Zidane. I am milk out.
I am going to milk out the time. So game 1, Mr. said those were not tough batting conditions.
And game 2 was tough. Game 3.
I will come back to game 2. And your time are running on my boss.
Game 3.
Game 3. This is game 3.
Tell us the score. What's the score?
Hold on, big man, Mr. Me, I go get the score.
Just tell us the score. People listening, people want to hear. Just tell us the score.
And I'm saying
you won't lose anything.
The people will get the score.
Why are you hiding the score?
Game 3, the West Indies in their first innings in game 3 made 420 bars.
Continue.
And then in the second innings, we were skittled away. Now, I watched the test.
For how much?
120. West Indies.
Oh, my God.
Hold on, let me make the point. West Indies not making 400 odd under no tough conditions, but rubbish. Let me repeat while you laugh.
That's the point.
So the
remind us how much were they skittled out in their second.
The conditions were not tough.
Not remind
us. Oh, you gonna make 400 odd for a pitch when it's tough.
Lose. Say I lost. Zidane time.
No. You can't go to Zidane.
Take it like a big man. Zidane time.
Hold on. Okay. You are telling me that the West Indies made 400 in 2 of the 3 tests, and those were tough batting conditions?
You're boring me, big man.
Me boring
you? You're boring me. They had 100 and something runs to chase, and they got skittled out for 27.
And that makes the condition bad when we did like 400 and
you lose and understand my argument, you know. You lose and understand my argument.
You know that your song.
Opening batting is better. The
better under what conditions, boss? When you make 400 and for a pitch, what is those conditions?
What you're hoping for right now.
Tell me the 400 where we didn't make when Australia did a play against me out there.
Let me drop my voice.
Yeah, you bramble self.
Let me drop my voice. You're one of the few
West Indies make 400 in 2 of the games in tough batting conditions.
Give me a chance to make the point.
Hey man, make a move on.
You are one. You're one of the few West Indians right now.
We made 4 the conditions were tough. I 800 with that, brother.
You got it so wrong with Sammy.
All right, do it. We talk again.
Can I get Zidane?
No, man, enough, because you're being very dishonest. Tough batting conditions, you don't make 400.
Yo, Sammy kick out your
Yeah. All right, Dwight. Big up. Spain. Yeah, man, cool. People, me can't bother with Dwight. You don't make 420 when conditions tough for bat. Our West Indies made 450 odd in the second innings on top of it, in the first test. The second test, 400 and that again. Little careless West Indies. when conditions tough, West Indies don't make 400 at Babas. The one time when the conditions were a little bit challenging, you could have said it's the second test. And it never really tough. The ball was doing a bit is test cricket. That New Zealand series wasn't as tough for Batman as how the White have. You don't make 400 hard when the conditions tough. Tell West Indies to make 400 hard when a straight hour here. Those were tough conditions. Or when they take a spin, like when we go to India. No more rubbish we don't take from the White. Rubbish matter. How we stay now?
Hello. All right, 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard. So it's 36 minutes gone in the big World Cup semifinals here, and Spain, they still lead by a goal to another penalty from the striker after Lamine Yamal was hacked down by the left back, who many of us thought that's the era that the French team may struggle when they face real good opposition and the wing backs. Outside of that, they are pretty much a very, very good team. But the Spain team, France might still come back to win the game, but I always personally thought the Spain team was the better team, and they're cutting France apart right now. Another great opportunity from them. Yeah, I always look at it holistically.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, let me just wait. This third test, people, because we don't establish that the first test never taken, never tough. New Zealand make 570 for 8 declared under tough conditions. You know. West Indies replied with 400 and, you know, in the two first innings, you know, pan a tough batting pitch. You know. And then the man just come pan already and la. Same winner argument. 1,000 runs score both first innings. Both conditions were tough. Anyway, we go back online. Hello.
What go on Orville, Higgins? You both do.
What's up, my youth?
Me there take it easy in idea, my youth.
Yeah.
Good do.
Yeah, man.
Look, me watch the World Cup game last week. Last week, my team was on 2-0.
Which team was that?
England, my thing there. Exactly. And you see, when me call this a show you on Thursday, you tell me, say me is a brilliant person. Of course, me is a brilliant young man.
Brilliant.
So let me tell you something, sir. You see, me is a bright and intelligent and smart person. So you can tell a person like me, say, me don't bright enough to talk about sports and then something there. You can tell me that.
Who did tell you that, though?
May I tell you, say you can't tell me, say me not bright enough to talk about sports. You can tell me that.
But why would you say I can't tell you that when me never tell you that?
Sir, let me tell you something. Me no business if you want vex or feel no way. You see, when me always go on this show here, and your co-host me always talk to, not you, a Christopher me rate. Me no rate you. Just
big up yourself, man.
I'm not laugh up with you. You not listen tell people say them dunks like bat and them something there. Who are you to tell people that them dunks like bat? Who are you?
Why you
stop there like you're better than people. You don't better than.
You get rid of that one. Okay. This not sense. Huh? All right. Can we move on? Because my youth come not prepared to reason. Come for trace. All right, so let's move to the next one.
615. We talk again, my youth. It's so angry today. 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard on any sporting topic of your choice.
Yeah, me not understand my youth though. I think I'm always nice to my youth when him call. I can't understand the vitriol by some other people for whatever reason. But my youth, me don't know, what did I do to you? I don't get that. Hope you'll come back different the next time. All right, so 615-2841.
You understand this assistant referee? I seen the assistant referee listeners calling some offside and France. It looked too close, and him not keeping down the flag and wait till the thing play out. Him have raise the flag. I don't understand.
All right, we go back online. Hello.
Hello.
What's back you do?
Zidane. Yeah, taking the big game, man. Nice game, you know?
Right.
Better man, on my phone, we have pressure me and better make sure it's Spain and win the game.
Right, me still not.
You have an alien World Cup performer, you know, so.
Yeah, me I look for 2-1 still early.
Yeah, man, it's early, man. And France does have the quality to come back for sure.
Of course, man.
Yeah, quickly. That was it? Yeah. Yeah, listener, so I'm not saying France can't come back winning, but I never liked how people was acting as if France was clear favourites. It was always going to be a tight game between. I think both are basically a dead heat, as a matter of fact. Spain is very good on the ball and excellent defensively. And France is a big, massive powerhouse when it comes down to the attacking front three. Good team overall as well. So I just never like how people was thinking automatically that France was going to just roll over this Spain team. But it's not over yet. I remember them have the freak when it comes down to World Cup, and that's Kylian Mbappe. Him find a way to score in almost every game, if not every game. That's what his record is suggesting.
We go back on?
We'll take the break. We're coming.
It's the #1 radio in the atmosphere, here, there, and everywhere. Omega Radio.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services including motor, property, liability, accident, life and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5 or shop number 3, James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
The Jamaica Agricultural Society, in association with Hypro, presents the Hypro Denby Gospel Extravaganza 2026. Come out for some soul-stirring gospel music on Sunday, August 2, 6 p.m. on the Denby Showground, Maypen, Clarendon. We're closing the curtains on Denby 72 with performances by Kevin Downswell, John Mark Wigan, Prince Sarge, Jody and Pantry, and many more. Admission, adults 1,500, children 600 at the gate. Get your heart redeemed at the Hypro Denby Gospel Extravaganza, Sunday, August 2. Come and be blessed.
Jamaica, this summer football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sports, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just bet tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big fives, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years or older. Please game responsibly. Just Bet.
You're listening to Omega Radio. Broadcasting live. Omega Radio. Omega Radio. Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Alright, what we still now? Back online.
My time.
Yeah, Bull, good afternoon.
Afternoon, my boss. You know, my brother come from a class and say me I watch while driving home, man. I watch the first couple of minutes I gave my name, my stream just start give me a bag of problem that. Oh,
yeah,
look.
I had to switch my stream.
A bag of problem. And then you know sometimes I drive on the connection and that good
Yeah. So Spain is in control as was
expected.
Yeah. And it's Lamine Yamal, the fear of Lamine Yamal, I thought, got the better of the play. He swung, didn't want him to bring it down in the box, and he swung and took him out. But Spain looked good, and they did cut him up and create another real good chance, and almost it was just wide. I don't think France can afford to concede the next goal. France can't come back and win it.
If they concede the next goal, them dead man, you would think that Spain now concede twice.
Yeah, and because they are so difficult to get the ball off, so I think that has been a problem so far for France, which I expected.
Yeah. So it look like that a good game.
Quality football game, man. But you have to be. I see Mbappe getting more narrow now, and he's moving off the shoulder of the defender. So
yeah, but see him get a good counter attacking in the early part. I don't know who gave him a brilliant ball, the true ball.
Yeah, so they have to.
And he had two defenders to beat. But I think him first touch kind of bring him too close to the defender.
He wanted.
He should take a bigger touch.
Yeah.
Because with him pace and him take a bigger touch there, so would I get around the defender. You know, but the young defender, him really good still.
Yeah.
Read the game.
Yeah. So it has to be win ping for France, because Spain transition defense is excellent, so they have to win it and ping it same time. They can't win it and take 1-2 before they get into the attacking third.
Because Spain in terms of, even when them in position of the ball, Roger positioning on them.
Exactly.
Them know how
so
to win
it's really 2-6 them play with, because my boy from Paris Saint-Germain is really
and me as a person that ask why he must start. Well, he scored the last match when he start, but I think because the coach expect a more physical game.
Man, it's the right decision, man, for him to start over Pedri.
He's more physical than Pedri.
Yeah.
So, but want to know how to go from your point of view.
Yeah, man. So in 6 minutes of stoppages right now, and still 1-0. But it's a really good game, quality football game.
Well, I drive hard to try to reach home.
Yeah, man, because you know I miss no more excitement,
No, it's no more right, man. I don't like how that thing I give a problem.
But
big up on yourself,
for a respective standpoint, we hope France equalize as opposed to Spain scoring again, because
we think it go all the way still. A penalty I kick to them, man.
A penalty, because France now go on and score. I
don't think France come here and come get shut out.
No, yeah, man, with so much world class attacker up on the field.
Exactly, you can't have so much world man up top. And I want goal beat you.
No, sir.
In terms that you don't score.
Yeah,
but if the man score 3 for your boss, you can't. The man score 1 goal for you and chaos. You understand? So, big up on the surgeon.
Yeah, man, big up. Yeah. All right, so that was Bull. He's rushing to get home, having finished this class, to try and catch the second half, because I think we are 3 minutes maybe out now from the end of this first half. Very, very good football game, listeners. If you're missing it, you're missing again. Don't try speed home though, and can watch it later. Because speeding is not a good thing on the roads. All right, so 615-2841, that's 615-2841, or 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard.
All right. We look now, Sir Anderson. All right, 615-2841, or 676-6968.
Yeah, man. Call here and give us your thoughts. If you think the comeback camp, don't wait until they say, "Oh, me know they will come back," or you know Spain is going to win. Well, you can't predict Spain again, because we didn't hear from you before.
Okay, we're playing in borrowed time now.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Kevin here.
Good afternoon, Kevin.
What would they do?
Yeah, the match. Me there watch. I think it's sort of ish even, but I'm going to use a controversial term, matchup. The way Spain matchup with France, it kind of neutralize a lot of what we used to from France,
Or is it that Spain is a big team too, and a lot of people never realize?
No, man, Spain is a big team,
so
but you have only a big team, and France would have run over them.
No. How many teams bigger than Spain in the world in terms of quality?
Well, not many. Not many.
Yeah, man, it was always going to be a tight affair, man.
But I think I have not been adjusted to this sort of adjusted Spain. Spain don't usually have much teeth attacking, They just possess the ball well. But the Spain have a whole heap of attacking. More attacking intent than many previous Spain teams.
I think what you mean, I think what you want to say is they are more direct than the previous Spain teams.
Yeah, man. I mean, them will get more goals. So, the other Spain team, them usually just hold out one.
No, you see the other Spain team, they were so out of this world that, you see, even this France team, if them that play Xavi, Busquets and Iniesta, they would all part the bus. That's how awesome that three-man midfield was.
But so even in them era there with Spain, although them they have Villa up there who is a clinical striker, them just never
more teams part the bus again, because they were afraid of that Spain team. It was one of the best international team ever in my boss.
Yeah, man, because technically to possess the ball, they were the best.
Yeah, so more teams take risk. No, more teams take risk with this Spanish team, so they get more space to run in behind. I think that's the difference.
And anyway, Argentina may bring still but I think Spain is a better opponent for Argentina than France.
I think Argentina are the fourth best team of who always left.
Definitely Argentina are the fourth best.
They're going to play the third place player, boss.
But with the luck what's been following them.
No man, never call them and them thing luck, man. A character. Remember, say them are champions in my boss. They won the Copa America in 2021, the World Cup in 2022, and then the Copa America.
Zidane. As I say luck. Luck is the things where out of your control.
No, so my boss, man. Don't stop them something, man, and disrespect the man them quality, my boss. Well, luck.
No man, Zidane.
What was luck?
As me see it.
What was luck? What was luck? So you're saying the cross that Messi made to make it 2-1 was a lucky cross?
No, man. I'm saying, listen, man. You say luck. Luck is the things that out of your control, we fall in your favor. And Argentina have quite a bit of them in terms of the farms of the other team which set up the bracket. Marginal decisions. The decisions are correct in my opinion.
What farms of which team that set up the bracket? Which farms of which team?
No man, Portugal should have
No, but Portugal not special. We see it, Portugal not special because they have Ronaldo up there and it not work out none at all. It would have been the easiest.
No man, me just talk about the spectacle though. If Portugal was in that quarter final with Argentina,
if them drop Ronaldo,
a bigger spectacle.
If them drop Ronaldo. If them drop Ronaldo.
No, so me just say all of the things out of Argentina control.
No man, you can't call Portugal not being as good as we thought. Luck, my boss.
No man, and all the brackets set up on Argentina.
You're not listening, Carla, you need to listen to yourself. The reason why Portugal end up on the other side is because they were not as good as we thought they would have been. So you can't say it's lucky Argentina lucky when
remember
Colombia. Listen to
before a ball kick, everything speculative.
Yeah, so what you almost learn to do is admit when you got it wrong. So we all thought.
So all I know say that just like now, most people that expect France would win. Post France lose. You understand? Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to get some things wrong when things.
No, so I'm saying when you get it wrong, don't call it luck. It's not lucky. It's Portugal ended up being not as good as we thought they would have been. It's not lucky.
But who could have predicted they would have not as been?
It no matter what you would have predicted. You have to when you watch the football. Colombia was a better team than Portugal in this World Cup, and it was either close.
After the World Cup start.
Then Colombia the better. Then the World Cup, the man I play my boss. So if me I play the better team in the World Cup, my boss. Not the harder game that. I understand you.
So what interestingly, Colombia doesn't never look like them play them best game after a group stage.
Because you know what happened to you all when you don't follow football. So you know Switzerland never lost a game in since 2025. Switzerland where people are saying no good. They did not lose a game since 2025 when they lost to Argentina the other day. But yeah, just hear about Switzerland and disrespect them because we don't know following the football to know Switzerland.
Hold on. Let me go through Argentina run. The Cape Verde match there, you don't think Argentina really lucky?
No.
Hold on, when the game was at 2-2, the game never seemed sort of open to you. Meaning end to end.
Yes, so why Argentina lucky? Why none of them quality them use and end up winning the game?
No, meaning if the outcome of the game could have got anywhere when you watch a match. That's a Cape Verde match.
So because
that's an Egypt match and not a Switzerland match.
It's halftime. You're probably my boss. Call me back after the halftime.
Why is it me disappointed in
No, the analysis above your head, my boss. You don't understand what I go on. You can't call him in quality.
Argentina lucky. Look like he run out though.
No, it's a better team. It's a better team. Going to beat them because I predict England to win it all. So I agree with you, dear.
Well, England is not the best team. England is about the third best team. So, as I say, England, France or Spain would have beat England.
Well, all right. Me predict England from the start. Now, if you ask me going based on the World Cup, then I would switch. But me not switch. So I go with England still. But you're right. That the better two teams look as good there. It's between France and Spain. So you're right here.
Yeah, but as I say, Argentina lucky up to this point.
No, me not agree.
Me not agree with
England. Me not agree with lucky.
They're lucky again and beat England.
Big up yourself.
All right, cool.
Yeah, good entertaining caller. All right, we throw to our halftime show.
Jamaica, this summer football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sports, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just bet tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big vibes, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years or older. Please game responsibly.
Just Bet. It is your right to know To know what you want, information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business, information for everybody. No asset, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
You're listening to Omega Radio's 2026 FIFA World Cup show, sponsored by Access to Information, Right to Know, Power to Change, and Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
All right, welcome to the halftime review show, people. We're looking back at what happened in the first half in the big semi-final, Spain versus riveting contest, quality football game. I'm showing why these teams were highly rated coming into the tournament. Preacher, what did you see in that first half?
Yeah, afternoon again, Zidane and the listeners. Well, I mean, I think the game has been playing out the way we discussed it and expected it. I think France, in the initial parts of the game, France were trying to get on the front foot. But as the game went on, you saw Spain really coming into their own, really possessing the football, moving into the boat. And I think it has really gotten France out of their regular rhythm, because they're used to being on the ball and dictating the pace and the play, and that's not happening right now. They made some tactical adjustments as well. I think they brought Olise to the right and Dembele playing inside of him. I don't know that has borne any fruit just yet, because I think Dembele playing inside in a crowded area has not really gotten them anything, and then Olise has really turned over the ball on a number of possessions, because the Spanish defenders have been doubling. Once he gets the ball, they shut down the inside channel, and the Cucurella is not trying to get him to go by him down the flank either. On the Spanish side, I think the midfield has been controlling the game, Roger and company, moving the ball about, creating space in behind. I'm disappointed to some degree in Spain's is in a number of situations. Utilize their possession as they get closer to the final third, because on a number of occasions they had Yamal in space and they could have gotten the ball to him in space. Olmo has been guilty of it. Getting the ball in certain spaces where he can get the wide player more and get him in quickly so he can be isolated with the wing back. And they didn't. The times when they did, you saw them looking dangerous. The penalty, I mean, defensively, that's something you learn early. You're always aware of your surroundings. You're not the only player in the park. Ball is in the air. You must anticipate what is happening around you, look around you. I think this was just a rookie mistake by Dine, and it led to the penalty. Spain up 1-0.
Yeah, and the irony, from the start of the tournament, obviously you spoke about it and we all spoke about it, and that those are the two individuals that you were mostly concerned about. And it indeed was a rookie error from the Aston Villa man. That was a challenge, because it was at the side of the box. So it wasn't a threatening position in terms of directly on your goal if Yamal had won the ball. So all he had to do was track. He challenged for something and didn't see that the player, a dangerous player, I might add, that was there. So it indeed, I thought, was some rookie mistake there. But they had a spell at the back end of that first half. How do they get in a position to the more? Yashima, you have joined us as well?
Yes,
let's hear from you. Your thoughts before we come to preach that question. Your thoughts on the overall first half.
Well, I thought it pretty much went how I expected in terms of France getting the fast start, and as the game went on, Spain would have more possession and try to win the battle in the middle of the park. And I mentioned also Zidane is also try to manage Kylian Mbappe in terms of where he gets on the ball. And what we've seen so far is, in particular, is that we've seen Roger doing a great job in terms of covering the ground. Whenever Olise gets on the ball, he's there to give help. Whenever Mbappe gets on the ball, he's also there to help. Dani Olmo also coming back and doing his work defensively. So as well as Alex Baena, so the Spanish team is really putting in a serious shift. They understand what's at stake, and they've been up for it so far in the first half. And I thought that, well, I'm thinking, why Spain hasn't really give Lamine Yamal more of the ball. He seems to have the beating of Luka Denia all day. And so I think that they should give him as many opportunities in terms of isolating him to run at Luka Denia, try to create an space down that side and get crosses in the box or even have a go at goal himself. But so far, so good from the Spanish team. But we expect France to come out and improve. You will certainly see an up in the tempo. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the second half plays out.
Yeah, Preacher. So they had a spell somewhat late in the first half. While they didn't create any clear chances, it was, I think, the longest spell of good possession that they had. How do they maintain that through most of the second half? That's the French team.
Yeah, they did. I think especially getting behind the wing backs for Spain on both sides, and they had crosses coming in. Now, before the game started, I mentioned the fact that one of the weaknesses for Spain is defending, centre forwards, number 9s who are good aerially. France may have to look at, probably Mateta or Thuram. I haven't seen Thuram all tournament, strangely enough, but those are the two strikers on the bench. They probably would have to look at including one of them, pulling out one of the midfielders, and getting that number 9, that constant presence in the box that will occupy the attention of one of the centre backs, and allow for Mbappe and company to have a little bit more space. And then when those crosses are being made, they will have a point person in the box who can get at the end of some of those crosses. That's one way that Deschamps probably could get himself back into the game. Spain has been a little sloppy as well in terms of some of their passes from defense to midfield. There have been some passes that are short, some that have been wayward, and I think France will be looking to capitalize on those opportunities if Spain doesn't fix that going into the second half. Difficult to play without the football, really. So France would want to also get on the ball more and possess it for a little bit longer. I think they have been a little impatient. They want to push forward quickly. Sometimes, in football, they say you play as fast as possible, but as slow as necessary. Sometimes you have to slow the game down in order to open up spaces, and then you pick up the tempo. So you slow it down, pick it up, slow it down, pick it up. France has been a little impatient in a number of occasions, and I think going into the second half, they might need to calm it down a little bit and then up the tempo.
I hear you, but Yashima, isn't it a case where the type of players that they have, it's best if they get it as quick as possible when they are in transition, as opposed to when Spain has majority of their players behind the ball? Is that the case?
Well, France have to play to their strength.
Yes.
I mentioned before the tournament that I think the attack is where they are brilliant. Midfield, not convinced. The defensive, not convinced. And not only myself share that sentiment, but also Emmanuel Petit share that sentiment. So they want to get the ball up to the Ulises and the Mbappes as quickly as possible, because they are the ones who are going to win games for them. And that's why I think he's playing that front four, because coming into this game, I thought, okay, he's gonna, play a midfield 3 and a front 3, because he wants to really match Spain in the middle of the park, at least for numbers, and not be overrun and overwhelmed in there. But he's gone with the front 4 because that's what they do. They overwhelm teams with their attacking prowess. But so far, Spain has proven to be quite stout, and they're also having an attacking threat themselves as well. Also on the break, not just by controlling the game.
But what we're seeing is that the typical French style is not working, may not work in this game, because you're playing against a team that is out-possessing you, and a team that tactically is well set up to defend in transition, right? So you might need to make some adjustments, personal adjustments, but also not slow the game down, but be a little bit more patient when you're on the football. It's difficult to be defending for long stretches. Win the ball, try to go advance quickly, lose it, and then get back into defending for long stretches. That is kind of counterproductive. You have to give yourself an opportunity to get your players a little break while they're on the ball, but also to explore different possibilities in terms of opening up this Spanish team.
All right, interesting. So, Yashima, let me ask you. You're moving Olise out wide, bringing in a traditional midfield player who can track and are good with their back and all of that to keep more possession and make it tougher for the Spain team, or are you continuing the same?
Well, I certainly would move Olise out wide and bring in Amano Kone. He covers the ground well. He will run for you all day long, which means that he'll be, harassing the Spanish midfielders, trying to win possession off them, because as of right now, they just knock it around in there and doing as they please. Because of course we know you won't get much from Barcola, you won't get much from Mbappe in terms of defensive work. So you need somebody in there who's a bit more mobile. Also, Chouameni looks a bit off the pace. He had been out for the past 2 games, I believe. So he's certainly not as sharp as he'd want to be. So I also look down that road. But as of right now, I think they need to increase the numbers in midfield, because Spain, if they continue like this, I think Spain could very well get the next goal in this game, if there's a next goal.
All right, gentlemen, the first half or the second half has resumed, so we allow you to go and watch the game, and we will be back with you at the end to discuss what we saw in the entire fixture. We take a break. When we come back, music, and we're expecting to hear from our callers once again.
Jamaica, this summer football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sports, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park, on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just bet tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big fives, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years or older. Please game responsibly. Just Bet.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, time now for the Yaba selection. It's a Wednesday afternoon, a little bit after 3 o'clock. Well, it's a time now for the Yaba selection. And this one is Ja Children from Yaba.
To survive, mother and father, we have none. Where did we come from? Animals care for their newly born, teaching survival to leave the home, feeding and protection as they learn. Why don't we humans? With no hope, no force, no help on the way. Why were we born
All right, so Children of the World is our second selection. Big up to Yaba for helping to sponsor the music segment. So we say big up to Yaba. All right, the lines are open again until 4 o'clock. 615-2841 or 676-6968. We go back online.
Hello. Hello. All right, not quite getting through to that call. Ready again? Hello. Or it's stretching, he's saying.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So, listeners, it's not a matter of France not playing well, you know. The Spain team is just defending well right now, anticipating the through balls very well. But I just can't see this game ending 1-0 at all, though. I just think the French have enough quality to get one of those situations right, because the situations of pop. I don't mean clear-cut chances. I mean opportunity to slip Mbappe or Dembele through. But this could be another opportunity for Spain, and it's a corner in the end. Yeah, it's offside.
All right. Oh, yeah. If you want to participate, yeah, those are the numbers: 615-2841 or 676-6968.
Call through and let your voice be. Come give us the halftime analysis, people, while you're watching. Ride and whistle. Yeah, that's been a really good contest. Why this Roger fellow? I'm a big Patrick Vieira fan, a big Claude Makalele fan. Kante is pretty good as well, Busquets. But this Roger is something else. This Roger fellow is something else in that number 6 role. Him just calm, doesn't seem to ever be flustered. Then I think he cover a lot more ground than Busquets, who is similar to him in terms of good on the ball. But I think Roger gives you a little bit more going forward. But his defensive, his covering of the ground, man, that middle of that park is just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we invite your calls again. We know, like I keep saying, that it's not the greatest of times for a lot of you to be participating in the show, because were I a caller, it wouldn't be the best of time for me either. I'd be stuck before a television screen somewhere. So if you're on the road or in your car, you're probably not having access to the game. Or even if you are watching the game, you could still make a 5-minute contribution one way or the other at 615-2841 or 676-6968.
I see Usain Bolt on the screen here, himself and Noah Lyles having a handshake. So Usain Bolt is live on hand to watch this game. I'm not so sure which international team he supports. I know it's Man U club-wise, but I'm not sure if he's a French supporter or a Spanish supporter. All right, we'll take another break. When we come back, we're looking forward to hearing from our callers. So coming up.
It's the #1 radio in the atmosphere, here, there, and everywhere. Omega Radio.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No hazard, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
It's game time! Score big with Woman Things! Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win! Big goals, bigger savings! Only at Home and Things, where everybody is a winner! Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Ironshore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68.5 Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory!
Come back, we could don't have them be. Learn about agriculture, have fun and laugh with the whole family. Don't have them be. Come back, we could don't have them be. And the biggest agriculture show in the Caribbean, say July 31 to August. We have to have one heap of livestock on display. In this village, with the picnic them play. Come enjoy the hype road, them big gospel show, and get your heart redeemed. Run, come by. excuse and witness the crowning of your fan queen. None of them be. Admission adult 1,500, children 600. None of them be.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. French team is doing a much better job of closing down the Spanish team in the middle of the park to win back possession. Listeners, I can tell you that in the last 2 minutes they have done a better job at it, but still not able to create that really good opportunity for the likes of Kylian Mbappe up front or Dembele. So it's still on the edge, and still Spain, they lead by a goal to nil. 55 minutes gone, and the man who changed the game, the karate match with Paraguay, the man who came on, is getting ready now to come on to the field. Quality player, the PSG man. So let's see if he can help to change the fortunes of this French team. I think he's actually a better player, in my opinion, than Barcola, but the French team seems to prefer Barcola in the starting role generally. Let's see how it all unfolds. So still tight one, listeners. If you're a French fan, you don't have to start for it yet, because it's on the edge.
Okay, since while we wait for your cards, there's something that we should have mentioned. Well, I should have mentioned that anyway. It has been making the rounds about the youngster. You remember we had that series of interviews about that youngster from Jamaica College who then went to Dintil, was involved with that issue with the referees, and then got suspended. Now it's making the news that he was one of the men that held up and robbed and shot the female at a gas pump and thing. And I was having a little discussion with some people last night, and I'm like, could this do we blame the schools, or should we accept that there's nothing that the schools could have done? If a youth decides him more bad and get trouble, then more bad and get trouble. And look at the difference between him, that's 20-year-old, what's his name? Malik White, and a 19-year-old Vittel Laws, who made his debut for the West Indies. Similar ages, and they both went opposite ends of the scale. And what was the difference why one went one way and one went the other way? To what extent could the schools have helped? Could society have helped? Could parents have helped? It just makes me a little bit sad, because when I spoke to the young man, I just got the feeling that, he was not beyond redemption, as the old lady would say. But sometimes when I make up in mind, say this is what he wants, this is going to happen. But for me, it's sad.
Yeah, I'm gathering that it would have been his last year in schoolboy football, this one. So he could have played. So if he was still in school and seen as a quality footballer, then he probably likely would have been in camp, because he loves football. So we're not blaming anybody, but if he had gotten that opportunity to stay in school, I think he probably would be in camp preparing for the Dakar Cup season in September.
Yeah, sad.
Apparently 2-0 Spain. Let's see, with VAR nowadays you have to probably usually wait. But this is a period that Rojo, that's what it's Tottenham Hotspur right back, found his way inside the 18-yard box to slot home to make it 2-0 for Spain over France. Boy, it's Meguro ship will continue to go up, Can't remember everybody walks lyrical about France. I mean, I say, why are people making it seem that France are this clear favorite and Spain is there? Well, this is what I was talking about. When you face a team that is technically sound in midfield and control the game. So he was onside the man who flicked on the ball, so it will be tuned in favor of Spain. So this now may very well be a long way back for Highgate. You're not tired from me beat. You know over yet to people. All
right, boy.
Call the show Highgate.
Highgate probably not listening, stuck in front of us.
He listens, man. He listens. Every day impression, I say, hey, Spain, you hype up Spain, so Spain can't be. This man, he must say, Spain dead. I mean, I say, Highgate, you're not tired for me get the thing them wrong. You're not tired for get them wrong, I'm get them right over here, my boss. But Yashima said something earlier, Kat, that when I asked him, how do you nullify the freak of nature, Kylian Mbappe, in the World Cup? He's saying no service. So you have to suffocate the service, which I think Spain has done a fantastic job of because they really can't stop Kylian Mbappe once him get ahead of steam. And I think just not allowing France midfield to get on the ball is just has been a problem because, and Yashima always maintained that front four, front three, awesome. But he's not high on the midfield as some other teams. And the midfield for France has been a problem. We're not seeing enough of Mbappe in a threatening role today at all.
Yeah. All right. 615-2841 or 676-6968.
Call through and let your voice. Let's hear your comments before the game is completed. And they're not sitting back and sitting off either in the listeners. They're still coming in numbers in attack, Why? We can switch my prediction, Cat. Can we say England? No, I had both England and Spain in the final, do it.
Why? If Spain can beat France, Spain may have to carry the win world.
Well, I feel like I want to switch. Me do them something. 3-0 now. Or the flag is up.
Yeah, I had said if any team can beat France, that team will win the tournament. So, me gone for the Spain bandwagon now, apparently. But
they look special.
As we said, we have some time. All right, what do we do now? 615-2841. John, we and keep your company, people. We know it go. We know that tomorrow there is going to be tomorrow there is going to be the Argentina-England game. So if you're listening from anywhere, never call before, we're going to have to appeal now to the brand new callers.
Yeah.
Never call before. You are listening to the show now and you want to make a contribution. Now is the time, because now is the time when I would say majority of our listeners would not be in a position to call right now. Because if I was at home, there'd be no phone. There'd be no conversation with anybody else. I'd be stuck in front of my TV and worrying myself silly. So we understand how it goes. So if you're a new caller, never call yet, this is your chance. Or if he's a man we call already, I want to get a chance to call in when the rush isn't on. Now is the time.
Similar situation, but was in the final last World Cup though. And one mistake from Otamendi, France won a penalty and we saw what happened. And remember, they have a few players still who were part of that 2018 championship team, Kylian Mbappe. So not writing them off entirely yet. Back on line. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, big up, man.
Big up.
Is who this
new caller. I supposed to call from a long time ago, but I can't get through.
I say, man, we figure we'd get a few new callers today. What's up?
Yeah, but I always listen to show like every day, car. The one a little delivery, it's stuck on the station there, permanent. So
that's a great thing.
Yeah, so I always listen to show. I never do have to take it in at first, but sometimes you crack a laugh off it, so you start tuning in.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I listen, man, and like the show, and like when the tone now go on. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, they will look at debating and look away.
Yeah, man, the listeners, them like the debate, them, man.
Yeah, but I think a two, it's like two football going, nobody that cars, so.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Is the World Cup this year, man?
We expect this, man.
Yeah, man, but we really to on the brother.
Yes.
Yeah, man, respect all the deal with it, man.
Yes.
All right.
Like say, you have a bad day, violent issue, you have to laugh.
You know what, somebody told me that this morning as well.
Where in Jamaica are you now?
You know, say, me the ladies bank, I go down to Papine.
Oh, up that section there.
Yeah. But I always listen show, man, so I always want to get you for cars, so in time, 14 time, come in now, me can afford.
Yes. What name we give you though? Hello?
Boss, man.
What name you're gonna go by?
Shot bar.
Shot bar. So you gotta make sure remember you when a 14 time.
Yeah, man, I'm like on that one. I love the show. Right now, I play about you have to turn it on.
Yeah.
That play it loud in the vehicle.
Like one day, I will bust and say, ooh, I'm shaking in my boots.
Oh.
About one week, me laugh.
Yeah, somebody must have said something and said, "They'll catch me," or that they might come for me or something. All right, Shot Boss, we lost him. All right, it looked like Shot Boss drop off for the map. Right, so there are other callers like that who listen and who now go get through on a regular day. Do what Shot Boss did. Just call 615-2841. And then you can get in the system just like Shot Boss. So 876, you always have to put that in front. And then it's 615-2841. And you can get through at that number. All right, so
now we can take the break. We're very close to the 3:30. So we'll take the break. We'll do sports in a minute, and we'll come back and see if we can get a few calls in.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, and Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited.
Brenda McCallum reduced role as England's white ball coach began with a reminder of how much work there is to be done in the one-day international beaten by India. 2 days after McCallum was sacked as Test coach, England were outplayed to lose by 6 wickets at Edgbaston in the opening match of the 3-game series. England had outclassed the tourists in the T20 series 4-0, but this was a different side, boosted by the inclusion of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah and Shubman Gill. It was Gill who made the main contribution in the chase of a meager 259. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, Megamart, best value by far, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard, and Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146.
Football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sports, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just bet tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big vibes, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years or older. Please game responsibly. Just Bet.
We all have people we check on. With Reliant from Hawkeye, they can check on you too. Get alerts from your loved ones, share your location, and connect instantly to Hawkeye's 24-hour emergency response service. Whether you're at home, working late, or on the road, help is always within reach with voice-activated panic alerts. Call 926-HAWK or visit us online today. Rely on Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No who has it, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back, and we're still imploring brand new callers. If you have never called before, your chance right now. 615-2841 or 676-6968.
Yeah, call through and let your voice be ready.
Yeah, we go back on. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I watched the match and I wonder if Chucky couldn't get a team in the French team, yeah.
Chucky?
Turkey. Parent church. Them lack creativity in the final third one.
And control.
Yeah,
somebody who can get the ball, keep the ball.
Get around.
Yeah, but they are worried about his work rate in the middle of the park. You know, they don't want to have.
You can't have everybody at the work. You have different players for different roster. You know, give a pass and we have to put up at the French roster. So I've got a man for the dirty work roster and the man covering creativity and skill. That needed now.
Yeah, I see your point.
It's a big fan here, I have an observation. But nobody really, these things don't have this year. For Call of the Year, it's wide open, you know.
You don't see anybody outstanding this year for Call of the Year?
Yeah, last year, at the time, we had player head. And this year, this year close. Nobody can really distinguish themselves.
Yeah. Nobody distinguishing themselves.
Yeah, and another thing, that's come in GPS and the internet providers. They brought down the time at all during the World Cup.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I haven't had any internet issues, and I've watched most of the games on the my platform.
Yeah, but me know about I have to come and flow and the digital after.
No, I agree with you.
And GPS go on well too, because I know how we manage.
The GPS now want to riot in the country. Hey, a World Cup. Hey, supposed to see the place when World Cup are playing.
Yeah, man, yeah, so them couldn't do it, but we have to come and flow on the digital scale, as you say.
Yeah.
Call out the year this year, wide open. Everybody can win, and me can win to Man U AFC.
Yeah, you have to start call more often than Man UFC.
Yeah, man. But we still have to the fans. I can throw it around though. Hopefully, they have too much quality up front after, but then we get the supply, man.
All right, my boss. I could leave it here.
Yeah, man. Respect, sir. Yeah.
All right. So that was a man who says he's going to be in the running for the Call of the Year this year, but he has to call more often.
Call of the Year discussing at July, you know, bro. That's rough. All right. We can only invite you to call 615-2841. We've had one new caller and one not so regular caller. So it look like that will have to be the modus operandi from here until 4 o'clock, where we get the people who are not regulars. So you can give us a buzz at the number that we've been mentioning, 615-2841, and we could talk about whatever issue.
Well, the player that the caller just mentioned is coming on right now, Ryan Cherky, or Shirky, if that's how they pronounce it. He has been brought on. The type of out-and-out creative midfielder that we come to know, very technical, very tricky, can keep the ball, come out of tight space, and he does have a pass in him.
Back on line, hello.
Orville?
Yes.
Ask Zidane a quick question there. I won't stay too long. I'm driving.
Yes, sir.
Good day to you all.
Yeah, man. Good day
Zidane,
to
you. You know, in the past we got the recorded version of the show. Is that still possible, like for the next day?
I think you'd have to go on the app or YouTube. You could find it on YouTube. Yes.
YouTube gives you the very next day, or like 2 weeks after. Or
no, man. Maybe 10 minutes after. As the show done, it's there. It's packaged and it's right there. As the show done.
Yeah, but what is on the Omega or KLAS or Sports? What is that?
Yeah, what's the YouTube handle? Sports Desk Omega Sports.
Sports Desk Omega Sport?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm driving and good show, guys, and thanks for the entertainment. And I locked on and listening.
Have you called before?
I call in the real cricketing days with Orville and those guys, and what is an off break and what is a leg break and them kind of, that's a while back.
Yeah, are trying to place the accent. Are you Trinidadian by any chance?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
100%, man.
You're calling from Trinidad, or you're Trinidadian who lives here?
Nama Trini in the North American kind of way.
So where are you making the call from right now?
Toronto.
Oh, you're in Toronto. Okay then.
Yeah.
And
I'm
you're
in Toronto.
and a name that you wish to go by?
Just passing through.
No, man, you have to give us something less complicated than that.
No, because I don't call too many times.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's my handle. Just passing through.
We would like you to call more often though.
Yeah. I will try to, but you know sometimes you don't even get in. I mean, I hear you say that people will be watching the game and things. So this is why I chose this opportunity.
Yeah, man, I know. A lot of people listen regularly, but don't have the patience to wait. So on a day like today, we're getting exactly what we expect, which is some people who haven't called for a while.
And on a day like today, you are calling the number like a few times.
Oh yes,
you know what I mean.
That helps us.
Yeah, so that gives me the opportunity to, and then when the name changed, the Omega thing kind of confused it a little bit. But I'll catch up with it.
All right, sir. Just passing through. Big up and thanks for your contribution.
Yes. All right, Zidane. Thanks again.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, my Trinidadian friend.
Okay, good.
All right, so that's just passing through. What's a name from out of Toronto?
Yeah. So the people who can hardly get through, you hardly like to call. Now is your opportunity that the real diehard sports people, they are glued to the television, which is understandable, and they don't want to miss a beat.
Yeah.
So Lamine Yamal, they're tracking back foul on Mbappe. Shows you when you're in semi-finals, people, you go up a next level in terms of how you fight and you work, because you're a game away from that game that will make you lift the championship.
All right, just passing through was saying that we repeat the number more quite often, so we're going to keep doing that. Maybe we should do that a little bit more, but we'll go online, okay? Yeah. Hello. Yes.
Yeah, man. Me just want for the first time call, but me listen for all the while.
Yes, man. Good.
But what may I say? You have two callers there where anytime you hear them all the while, them kind of disgusting to me. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And the one named Dwight Chateau. You understand?
What about
the next one? Them discuss the all the while when you attack him. I try to overcome Orville and I try to tell him something. And just like all today now with the cricket.
Yes.
You tell him about the flat pitch and this and that, and you want to hear that and I talk about there's something. Him improve the team and him take it from 9th to 10th.
Yeah, that's the one day team. I'm telling you, I've been always saying that if we get flat pitches, we're gonna do well. The man said New Zealand make 570 at the 8 declare.
Yeah.
We go in the first innings and make 400. And the man said that pitch there was a challenging for batsmen. The fact that we get liquid at the second innings is not a challenging pitch. That
no.
I watched the game, so I understand off of the top of my head. Clearly, a test match pitch going to be a little bit more difficult on the last day than it is on the second and third days. But the man, he make 570 at feet, and we make 400 and odd with Kevin Hodge, make 120 at that. Do I say that is a difficult pitch for Batman, brother?
Yes, but when you talk to Thailand about flat pitch and that, you know I hear them things.
No, because him realize now, so this improvement to him attack is not really improvement. We do what we always do. When we get the flat wicket, then we have to do well. When we get the wicket, then we're bowler friendly, we're going to struggle. Australia come here the other day, I don't think anybody in the series get more than 70 runs. The man him just a lick we did a lick with them at winner, but we struggle when the conditions are tough for batting. The two test match against Sri Lanka, it just so happened that we get two flat tracks, which may always say our kind of pitch them there. The man say win argument. Sammy win one test match out of 10 against Sri Lanka at home. The man saying kick out me.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Me that tell him say him should have got brushing teeth, you know.
That you that tell him?
Yeah. When I tell you about kick out teeth.
No,
and I'm always talking nonsense all the while.
Yeah, well.
And then after that, you know, I feel and next brother call, you know, and I tell you say, all the while you come with him, I'm never yet hear him have a chateau call, you know. Me never hear you try to disrespect man. I tell about
my youth. Yeah.
My youth, yeah.
That was a very weird call, my
deal with me, them weird and rare, and you never yet deal with him no way.
Yeah, that call was strange.
Avil, what me I say? You can't hold like all the switchboard like when some of them attack. You don't attack them full, you just click them.
No,
at the same time.
Where I am, I don't control the switchboard.
Yeah, but sometimes them look how him accuse you. And I tell you, say, boy, while you are going like you are bully down, and you never yet deal with it.
I've always been super nice to my youth. That is what disappoints me. You know? And that is why I find the call very strange.
I tell lie by you.
Yeah, I just wonder what this call is about. You know, me have my own theories, but my youth is somebody that I try my absolute best to be nice to, because we understand him have some challenges. I don't know what happened, but today the man come from a wicked.
Yes, me hear him. I tell lie by you. Anyway, first time call me a Portman call. My name is Leon, yeah?
Leon, you need to call us more often. Yeah?
Give us a nickname. We have another Leon, you know. Although your voice different still.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greater Portmore.
All right, Greater. We're going to call you Greater Portmore.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
All right, big up yourself, Greater Portmore.
Back online then. Hello.
Played in this tournament.
Wow.
They said the BBC I try to reach me.
Hello. Back online. Hello.
May I say a Greater Portmore the next Leon come from.
Oh.
As well?
Yeah, I want to Greater Portmore.
Yeah. Speak up a little bit, shipping port.
Oh, you not hear me? I think my loud.
We're hearing you, man, but maybe I think.
But me not say nothing till World Cup done, you know. Me not coat me egg them too early, you know.
Yeah.
Me not say nothing till World Cup done.
Yeah. You had Spain winning this one.
If I had Spain,
yeah.
I came on the program, remember 2 weeks, try to remember. When I find a date and play back, me think I'm going to break down the World Cup 2 weeks. I try to remember a date, you know. But I love that for play back.
Yeah. But you know, I had all four semifinals, right? Exactly.
But me never hear Zidane, but me never hear nobody come on the radio. But shipping port and call out the semifinals before the competition.
No, man, you're joking.
Neither you never.
No, man, not joke.
You never.
What a wicked man. Hey, listeners, when you come and tell this man, I say, boss, listen to me, boss, man. Before the World Cup began, let me tell you what I said. Me never go through the bracket like you and break down. What I said is that, based on the draw, we have Argentina and England to meet in the semi-final, and Spain and France to meet in the other semi-final. I never care who me think who else are going to do what. I also said England would beat Argentina and Spain would beat France and England would win the World Cup. That was my prediction from before a ball was kicked my balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. But me not say no. I'm not going to
then you know, saying on a big prediction that's Spain and France. If you look at the bracket, Spain and France would have met here. But it's just that most people thought France would have beaten France. Spain.
But you know why I predict Spain over France then? Is the meeting that they had before in the Euro
and in the
think the Spain beat them again.
That's a good point. And I was trying to tell the listeners about that as well.
That me was and pick Spain, you know.
Yes. But what threw off people is the 0-0 draw against Cabo Verde in the first game.
So everybody think them about them too again.
Yeah, they threw off a lot of people that, but Cabo Verde was just very organized, very disciplined, and tough to break down, and showed us that they are a really decent team.
I showed the tournament them play good enough.
Yeah.
Cape Verde played well throughout it, and like a one game alone.
No, you're right.
Spain game.
Because they drew it Uruguay as well. They drew all it. Nobody beat them. And Argentina did finish champions.
Zidane, I got that one wrong to the England, and I said I got to go to Mexico in a cause before I pick Uruguay to go through and lose to Argentina in the first round of 32 games. So I had Uruguay there and Cape Verde did their job and get them out. That's a joke team, man. Enough people still not give them their respect based on what.
No, man. After Argentina game, a lot of people came on board to say, "Boy, this team is not as bad as we thought they would have been."
But I love for them, Zidane, sorry, I only for them kind of. They love the team, but they're not giving them the respect that we think them fully deserve for all them play throughout the tournament.
Why the man them put on some ball for Argentina? It's not alone apart. The man them put on some ball for Argentina. Hold the line, my boy. So take a break. Come on.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jn. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services including motor, property, liability, accident, life and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5 or shop number 3 James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Shipping Pool. Well, welcome back. Yeah, back with you.
Well, when me not think the world I talk about, Then when I talk about it, I not talk about him as a baller. I talk about what he has been doing throughout the competition. English, number 8, Elliot Anderson. Me think throughout the World Cup, this guy has been having a superb World Cup. His games has been top of the line. But I think he has been overshadowed by some of the skillful players who might be a short themselves.
Yeah, he has been
really watch Elliot Anderson.
No, he has been steady. I don't know about if he has been exceptional.
No, but watch him play, man. Watch him.
No, watch him, man. I don't think him advance the ball as well. So he has been steady. He has been solid.
Yeah, but playing that role around this and passing the ball around, moving in a position, getting that tackle, he has been. Superb. He has been superb. Trust me.
All right.
Watch him play, man. Just watch him play. You might not look on it because he's not skillful like the rest of the players. They might do something.
No. Me understand the ruling. That's why I say I think he has been steady because I think he might advance the ball.
Orville, your type of skill to Orville. You have your type of skill,
What's my type of skill?
No, you were saying I have to be flashy, man, as long as they get the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm efficient.
I hope not seeing a referee get involved, man. But Zidane, and this thing, I say something I tell Zidane all the people in bias. As an Argentine fan, and I come here to defend Argentina, I share something with you.
Mm-hmm.
I've picked out games where I say things that the referee makes some bad call. I don't hear nobody mention nothing about them after. Say, is it an Argentine?
Clearly, my boss, man. Nobody follow the bar talk, man. Clear, man. Every football game, as I tell them, you're going to have decision. Well, not every. Most football games you're going to watch. You're going to see a decision where you say, maybe you never realized that was the rule, or you're saying like, whoa, them do that. Yeah. So look at the big one against look how the England thing quiet when them say the ball hit the
one with the ball, exactly.
Look how the internet quiet. Look how the place quiet. No rig, nothing, no argument. Because if listen to Shipping Port, if FIFA, which team is more likely to knock out Argentina, Norway or England?
England.
Why would FIFA rig it then for England? You saw them stupid. So FIFA want all FIFA would have called back the goal and say, all right, he licked the that goal they can't, But it was allowed, and so the stronger team won. So why would FIFA, who is rigging the World Cup for Argentina, never cuss off a man this man and say, "Boss, I don't want him something on my phone."
I don't watch all them video. Cause you have to mind them where put the video them together.
And them send them to your phone. Me don't watch them either. Me ignore them.
Me don't watch them. Me don't watch them none at all, bro. Zidane, the next thing that I saw, you remember the Brazil Norway game, the penalty that Brazil got with the elbow, where the Brazil the jump, the Norway defender jump and them same jump with the elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Say in the last game, the England the England and Norway game, Hansa had that same jump that he jumped to his elbow, and the referee didn't pick it up. VAR didn't pick it up. So this is the thing them bridging, the thing them going. Some side getting calls, some not getting the calls. I wouldn't get a penalty for it.
Yeah.
The Brazil get, I wouldn't get a penalty.
No, that is not a penalty. That was not a great.
None at all, brother. None at all.
Yeah.
And the man jump fair the ball. The man not even know said the man the right side.
The one in the first game at Messi, though. I don't want to say because the referee gave Messi a pass. The other referees allow the others, you know. You could argue that, you know, say because they let off Messi. They just let off the others because it could have been sent off, you know. But the reality is that other situations.
I think it's more of a yellow catch.
Yeah, because he never have no intent of harming the player or hurting. So yeah, but me I say it could have been a red card, you know. You couldn't ball if you send off Messi.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, man, it could have been.
But what they did was ensure that in the aftermath, other games where other players did similar, even worse, they were not sent off either.
Yeah, because look at what reach Trossard that is tax store, you know.
Yeah, so they can't. There's nothing they can show to show any bias towards that. Boss, if me I read the tournament, England can't beat Norway.
You see even the same.
Well, on a shipping port, man. You don't need to go no further, you know. Norway scored a goal against England, and again the referee took it away for a foul. So if you want Argentina to get a free pass, you know, make Norway go through. And two big cars in that game went against Norway. The team who was less likely, would have been less likely to beat Argentina. It doesn't make no sense, brother. It's annoying to see them.
Man.
Yeah.
But Zidane, that same Messi game, you know, that Messi should have gotten the card, you know. You notice nobody got a card in that entire game? Not one player.
Mm-hmm.
No player at all got a card, you know.
That was the type of referee.
So that again, I love the referee there in that game, man.
Yeah.
I can't tell the bag of card, referee them a flash card right there.
Maybe Messi lucky it wasn't the referee who refereed the first game with South Africa.
Yeah, but that gone. But that gone, man. The Brazilian gone.
Yeah.
I'm free it up still and get somebody and go and watch the rest.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Come true today and tomorrow.
Yeah. No, man, you're going wrong about. Well, tomorrow, we know you're biased towards against England still. You don't really like them. You think them never met around that cut yet. All right, so it's winding down now, listeners. It getting closer to the fat lady singing, you know, she's standing up now and clearing her throat, you know. Because we are in 91 gone and he put up 7. So probably 6 minutes you're not seeing. You see stranger things, but the way Spain keep the ball so well, you don't think France would have enough possession between now and the next 5 minutes to overturn this. So it appears that the European champions, and I also was mentioning that to people that this team are the kings of Europe, beating France along the way. Why are you always saying that this French team are big clear favorites over Spain? It was disrespectful.
We're ready again? All right, we still can squeeze probably one more. So if you call right now, you'll be in the system right away. 615-2841. 615-2841. We've had a few new callers and some long-time ones who have called back. Maybe we could end with one of those. So if you are hearing us right now, I want to, run the anchor stretch on what has been a day that will be much talked about as Spain look to be toppling France.
Mm-hmm.
You can be the last caller because, like I said, the regulars would hardly be likely to call during a time like this. If I were home, nobody even couldn't get me on a phone, especially if my team is losing. If your team are win, you probably might answer 2 phone calls. So it is what it is. 615-2841. As Mr. No, I have to just jump on the Spain wagon because I was among those who said this French team, if them lose, if somebody good enough to beat them, then another team may care to win the World Cup. So as of now, whether for Argentina or England, may have to go with Spain now. How we stay? 615-2841. No, not quite. All right. So just about 4 minutes left. If you call right now, like literally right now, you should be able to take us home. 615-2841.
Yeah, similar amount of time left in the game that is left in the program. Around 4 minutes. And the Spain team, too good in possession. listeners, too good for this French team. Just not enough service to Kylian Mbappe, so he struggled to get involved in the game. Not that because he's not up for it, but the France team just struggled to get the ball to him because Rodri and company in the middle of the park was just awesome. It probably would take a player like Maradona or Messi, one of them type of superstar that you would have wanted to beat a Spain team like this. We can just drop deep and just dribble past 2-3 play and curl it in the top far corner. Now saying Mbappe can do that, but he wouldn't be as good as those two to pull off something like this. That type of superstar that you wanted. Mbappe is more of a forward who wants it into the attacking third to just do magic and score some goals. So probably you don't want somebody who can just take the game and just control it despite him not having the necessary quality around him. That's what they want today, France. But you know, them type of talent, they're unique in a football. So it will be Spain that will advance through to the final. Well, we can pretty much wrap up the program now. Yeah, only 3 minutes away. But we can see what the game with the listeners if they want us to for our listening. So it's not one of those situations where you're leading and 2 minutes left and you're on the back foot. That's not what's happening either, listeners. Spain is just in total control of the proceedings. So me normally stick to my guns in a tournament. But me want if you can give me a blind, me switch people. This that England look like them can beat this team, yeah. And by the way, me have England to beat Argentina. That's why I'm saying England people. So but looks so to be them look out of class now. Them is looking out of class. We squeeze one more.
No, my keys were in the microphone. Well, I gone, going commissariate with some of my French virgins, who I know are, feeling how you know. But it's sports people, it's Sego.
Yeah.
It's Sego. All right, so I take my leave. Join us tomorrow. And looking forward to hearing.
Yeah, post-game show at the end of the game in a minute or so time. Listen out for that.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
Jamaica, this summer football season, we're taking it outside. The biggest watch party is going down at Caymanas Park. Watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 on Rush Sports, the official broadcaster at Caymanas Park on the biggest outdoor screen in the Caribbean. Link up your crew, pull up and watch your favorite teams compete from June 12th to July 19th. Just bet tailgate party at Caymanas Park. Be there. Big fives, best odds, only with Just Bet. Visit at JustBetJA on Instagram for more details. Must be 18 years